The Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association presents Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing is presented by the Ohio Veterinary Medical Center, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, Dublin Valley Farms, Stable.ca, and Midland Acres. Now let's go trackside for all the action.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio. My name is Don Tiger, my sidekick Frank and Steve. We're here today doing the best we can for you folks. Apologize if you're just joining us and you lost us for a little bit. We've had some technical difficulties up here. First off, we originally slated for post at 4:30 today, but we ran into some torrential winds and downpours. I'm just excited that we're able to bring you the broadcast because I was pretty comfortable that I was sitting in my car waiting this storm out that we were going to be canceling. But that's not the case. We've got horses on the track. We've got racing here today. It's a great strip over here. They got good wagering. So if you are in the greater Burton area, please come and join us. If not, and you're riding along with us today, enjoy the races. I'll catch you up to speed so no one's missed anything because I know a lot of people follow and track their loved ones. They want to know what happened in race number 1. That's all we've bringing you so far. They had race 1 out on the track, and it has been completed. The official order finish was 3-1-2, Draco Storm, Justin Irvine. He didn't fool anyone over here. He was the 1-9 prohibitive favorite. He raced that way, seized the lead out of the gate, took him all the way around gate to wire, and did win. Sitting second was Cleveland Top Rookie. Matthew Burkholder held on for second, and the third place was A Legend Secret. So that's catching you up to speed with race number 1. We are in race number 2. We're going to have a post parade here for you very shortly. We've got 3 driver changes in here. Bug Scraper, make the driver Kurt Sugg. Pink Panther, make the driver Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes is pretty much on every one of Nick Clegg's drives today. We'll give that to you in detail right now, but just make that mental note. And the 3 Rockers Challenge, we go from Don Irvine Jr., from father to son, Justin Irvine. So there are your horses. They're starting to come out on the track. We're going to have a post parade here for you very shortly. Again, we apologize for the technical difficulties. We're working on getting everything up, and here's your post parade.
Second race trotter is about to parade. This is the first division for 2-year-old colt and gelding trotters. Field of 5. And first off, here comes the 1 Bug Scraper. Bug Scraper trained by Miles Woolham for owners Marty Woolham and Bob Troyer. Driver change here to Kurt Sugg. 2 Pink Panther is MIA at this moment. We'll try to reel him in. But coming in front of the grandstand is the 3 Rockers Legend. Sue Stockwell owns and trains. Justin Irvin's in the bike. The 4 is Big Head Fred. Larry Claybaugh trains and co-owns with William Claybaugh. Mark St. Louis Jr. is in the sulky. And the 5 is Quintuplet. Rosie Weaver for owners Mark Martin and Patricia Jury. Drew Neal in the bike. Again, it's post time for race number 2. As we see Pink Panther on the back stretch, he'll be coming around the bend here shortly. Pink Panther, Betty Clegg trains and owns. We have a driver change on Pink Panther to Braden Rhodes. Again, last call for the second. Get those wagers in. Hey Dave, is that the right wagering menu?
And there you have it. There's post parade for race number 2. Again, apologize if you're just joining us, but it looks like our technical difficulties have been ironed out. We're back up on all our channels. Frank gave me the thumbs up there. So we're into race number 2. We've got 3 driver changes again here. Bug Scraper, make the driver Kurt Sugg. Pink Panther, Braden Rhodes will drive the 2 Pink Panther. Rockers Legend, take off father Don Irvine Jr., put on son Justin Irvine. And that is your changes. I'm going to give you a brief rundown of the field because they're probably going to gate pretty quickly over here today to catch us up. The 1 Bug Scraper, trained by Miles Woolham, earned by Marty Woolham and Bob Troyer. 0 for 3 this season, does have a second place finish. Made a break last time out, 2 back qualified at Northfield. 3 back raced over in a at Mansfield in a fair and ran second. That's the second place effort. Miles Woolham's been driving. They turned the lines over to Kurt Sugg today, currently 11-1. 2-horse Pink Panther. Braden Rhodes will have the drive. Betty Clegg owns and trains. This horse is 8 for 15 on the season, $32,000 in earnings. This horse has been very, very sharp. Done a great job for the Cleggs. Has a mark of 59-1 at Scioto. Obviously, one of the choices here, second choice at 9-2. 3-horse Rockers Legend. Stu Stockwell trains and owns. Justin Irvine has the lines today. 2 for 4 on the season. 2 back, a winner at Jefferson. 4 back, a winner at Paynesville. Last time out, drew the 9-hole at Scioto in a Buckeye Stallion Series. Ended up coming up for 6th in that race. This horse is currently your favorite at 6-5. 4-horse Big Head Fred. Larry Claybaugh trains. Larry Claybaugh owns. William Claybaugh co-owns with Larry. Mark St. Louis in the sulky today. This horse is 0 for 8 on the season. Does have a second, 2/3. And last time out at Mount Gilead made a break. Has showed some X's on her, but when this one stays trotting flat, both times on the card, this horse stayed trotting, ran 3rd. So if stays on gate, should be a factor for minor awards. 5-horse Quintuplet. Rosie Weaver trains. Mark Martin and Patricia Jury own this horse. 3-7 on the season. A nice, juicy $39,000 in earnings with a mark of 59-1 over at Scioto. This horse has done extremely well. Finished 5th in the Ohio Sire Stakes event over at Scioto, 4 back, and actually won an Ohio Sire Stake race on July 15th, 6 back at Northfield, hence why those earnings are padded. This horse today's got a little bit of value on the tote board, 4-1 from the outside post. Pretty wide open event here. The 4-horse is 3-2, 3-horse 6-5, 5 4-1. Those are your main 3 choices. But Pink Panther, again, nothing wrong with that horse either. He's 9-2. So for a short, compact field, we've got a lot of wagering value in this race. We do got Win, Play, Show, Perfecta, Quinella, Trifecta wagering. Justin Irvine, currently on the favorite Rockers Legend, is looking to go back-to-back and on both halves of the daily double here. So first division of 2, another nice purse. We've got great purses all day over here. $7,200. Everybody's going to get a paycheck on their way home. Gate's starting to roll up the backside, and we're going to send it up to track announcer Dave Bianconi for the call of race number 2.
This is really the last call. The wings are opening. Last call for race 2. Off stride before the start is Bug Scraper. Bug Scraper on a break. Pink Panther makes a break as well. Again, both the 1 and the 2 off stride early, and it's Rockers Legend taking full advantage. Rockers Legend quickly to the lead. Now off stride as well was Big Head Fred. So the 2 left trotting in the early going are Rockers Legend and Quintuplet. Recovering in 3rd in the early going is Pink Panther, followed by Big Head Fred, and still on a break and out of it last is Bug Scraper. But cruising to the quarter again, that's that man, Justin Irvine, and Rockers Legend. He will take them past the quarter-mile mark in 32-3. Couple of lengths back in 2nd then is Quintuplet. About 15 lengths back in 3rd is Pink Panther. It's another 20 to Big Head Fred in 4th, and now back trotting at the back of the pack is Bug Scraper. But it looks like a match race at this point between the 3 Rockers Legend and the 5 Quintuplet. They have opened up a massive gap over the rest of the field, and it is Rockers Legend that will take them past the half-mile mark, about a length and a half to the good over Quintuplet. It's 10 lengths back then to Pink Panther. Off stride again is Big Head Fred. So taking over 4th is Bug Scraper. But the half mile came and went in 1:05 and 4, and it is Rockers Legend Lightly raced son of Dream Rocker, looking for the third win of his career in just his 5th lifetime start. Rocker's Legend has a 2.5 length advantage over Quintuplet. Starting to close in now in third after the early miscue. That is Pink Panther. Pink Panther's within somewhat striking distance in third. Then it's way back to Bug Scraper and Big Head Fred. 3/4 in 1:38-1. It's still Rocker's Legend, but Quintuplet is right there in second for Drew Neal, ready to strike. Pink Panther is going to have to settle for third. Top of the lane, it is Rocker's Legend trying to see it through. Quintuplet is going to take his shot here in the stretch. It is Rocker's Legend who has led throughout. One final surge for Quintuplet. Rocker's Legend and Quintuplet. It is Rocker's Legend holding off Quintuplet with Pink Panther in the show spot. Time of the mile, 2:10.3.
Race number 2, unofficial, 3-5-2. Me and Frank say this on all the broadcasts when it comes to 2-year-old trotters. If they stay trotting, Frank, that's where you make money. And the 3-horse stayed trotting there, went right out to the lead, seized the racetrack. 5-horse Quintuplet sat on that one's back. The 1, 2, and 4 all made different miscues in the race. And those ones will settle for final rewards. But no doubt about the winner, the Daily Double. I'm a member of the Justin Irvine fan club, and he steals the Daily Double over here. 3-5-2 unofficial.
Stole the drive from his father, though. That's the biggest thing.
It happens. It happens, right?
Well, that's what they. Well, you heard Dave Bianconi when he was introducing and making the changes. He said that, Don, because of the
weather.
The weather, yeah.
Yeah. Got scared away with the puddles. But what a great betting board, too. This 3 Rocker's Legend for the locals. This horse saw all the early action, was 2-5, 6-5, went off at a nice overlay at 2-1. So for those faithful backers that put the early money down, they're handsomely rewarded. This horse is now 3-5 on the season. And don't be fooled by the times today, folks. We've got a sloppy track over here, little heavy. They went 2-10-3. Our original race went 2-6-1. But no doubt about the winner, Rocker's Legend.
In front of the stand, your unofficial winner of today's second race. It's the 3 Rocker's Legend. Again, it's as yet unofficial. I had 3, 5, 2, 1, and 4, but again, that is unofficial. But back to get his picture taken for the second time is Justin Irvine, this time with Rocker's Legend. Justin taking over for the scheduled driver, Don Irvin Jr., that doesn't like to get wet. So Justin doing the dirty work here and getting the job done. And it is official, 3-5-2. 3-5-2 is official. Rocker's Legend, your winner. He is a 2-year-old gelded son of Dream Rocker out of the Malabar man, Bullville Atta. Owned and trained by Sue Stockwell of Geneva, Ohio. Driven to victory by Justin Irvin. He's going to try to sweep the card. He's 2 for 2 in the early going.
So race number 2 is in the books as we were able to catch everything, and glad to have everybody along. Looks like it's going to be a nice night now.
Beautiful night. I mean, cooled off a tad bit from the rain, but still nice. We probably got mid-80s temperature over here. Hoping we dodge any more rain clouds, but so far we got the broadcast up and running, and we're good to go. We still got 10 races to bring you. We're going to do our best. Takes us to race number 3. Race number 3, we've got changes top to bottom like I had given on the broadcast earlier. Most of Nick Clegg's drives are now going to be inherited by Braden Rhodes. Young Braden Rhodes will be driving. In this third race, we've got 4 changes for you. Do It Again Nelly, make the driver Logan Ebersol. Logan Ebersol will drive Do It Again Nelly, the 3-horse. 5-horse Lily Grace Hill has been withdrawn and is a scratch. The 5-horse Lily Grace Hill has been scratched and will not be participating in race number 3. The 6, Kylie Cash, make the driver Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes will be taking the assignment for Nick Clegg here. And finally, the far outside, the 8-horse, Midwind Seashell. Make the driver Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson will be driving the 8-horse, Midwind Seashell. So with that said, we'll step away for a few brief messages. We'll be right back to you from the Geauga County Fair.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out, Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular dancing Yankee, a two-time world champion, along with 2019 Jug winner Southwind Ozzy, a son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio. This is the oldest fair in Ohio. 1823 this fair started. And it takes a lot of pride in being the oldest fair among all the different fairs. So
It must feel good to be somewhere where when the fair first started, you were 16 years old, Frank, and you were able to attend it, and here you are.
Exactly.
Here you are a couple years later. But, yeah, it's really neat. It's the oldest fair in Ohio. So, and there's a shirt even in front of us that shows that, the Great Geauga County Fair, 200th bicentennial. A couple years ago they had that shirt, So
we are getting ready for our third race on the day. You can see when they're going down the backstretch, look at the sky. It's still very dark across the way from us.
The good news is it's getting lighter that direction, so It tells me that it's like
it's going that way, yep.
So we will take that.
Coming over the grandstand and heading that way. So we will have 8 will go to the gate, or pardon me, 7 will go to the gate. We do have one scratch, the number 5, Lily Grace Hill, has been scratched from this race. So we will have 7 going behind the Northfield Park starting gate. I want to thank the folks over at Northfield Park for sending their gate over this way. In fact, tell you a little bit about who we got here today. We've got our crew working for us today.
Not only did they send the starting gate over, but they sent Dave Bianconi over. He's calling the races here today. So,
yep, our speed superintendent is Howard Bates. David Majeski is our presiding judge. Deb Rush is our clerk and charter. And Lynn Scott Photo handling our photo finish duties as well. And Gretchen will be heading out of here as soon as this is over. She's got to get back to West Virginia because WVU is taking on Penn State tomorrow.
So she handles that?
No, big fan.
Oh, she's a big fan.
Big tailgate in the morning.
Oh,
so
okay.
she's got to get back for that.
Gotcha. So we will not be seeing her participating with us tomorrow at Canfield.
No, we will not.
Okay, very good.
No, we get Jim. Jim Ashman will be there to take care of the photo finish tomorrow in Canfield. 11:30 post time tomorrow. We hope you'll join us.
I think it's 11.
Or 11?
Yes, please. I'm pretty sure it's 11 because I don't want to be late. Well, I guess that would make me early, but 11.
Yeah, you're always there in time, but you are right. It's 11 and 11
a.m.
I don't know why I'm thinking 11:30, but
it's okay. We just want to make sure everybody tunes in when we first come on. So 11 a.m. tomorrow.
That will be the only racing we have tomorrow, I believe.
That's hard to believe. We just have a single header.
I don't know. Let me check again. My days have all run together. No, we got Wauseon tomorrow.
Okay.
Fulton County Fair at Wauseon. And then Sunday we've got Richwood in Marietta. Then Monday we've got back at Canfield, Richwood, and Marietta. Tuesday, Wauseon. So it's still quite busy. I just looked out into the demolition derby pit. I didn't realize how much rain fell. That was dry when I walked in today, and that thing is now deep.
Yeah, it's definitely deep. Yeah, I'm actually surprised we're able to bring these races because from sitting in my car for a good 15, 18-minute deluge, and it was that sheeting kind of rain where it looks like it's falling off of a building.
Well, I took video over there as the rain was blowing down, hitting the roof and going back over there, and posted that on Facebook. It just it had a really weird look to it as it was coming across.
It looks like we have a driver correction here in the third. James Day is actually on the 3. Do it again, Ellie. And Logan Ebersol is on the 4.
So
Again,
so Logan Ebersol will be driving the 4. Julie's Grace, and Do It Again Nelly will be James Day.
So flip-flop those drivers, that's all. And here's your post-parade.
Third race, Pacers on the track. 2-year-old filly Pacers going after a purse of $14,380. The 1 is Big Bad Beach Bunny. Big Bad Beach Bunny trained by Corey Day Ermond. Also co-owns with owner David Kapp. Kurt Sugg will drive. 2 Pink Jammies. Rosie Weaver conditions for herself and Heartland Acres. Drew Neal in the bike. 3 is Do It Again Ellie. James Day trains and drives for owner Hannah Day. 4 is Julie's Grace. James Day trains this one for Power Play Racing 87. Again, Logan Ebersol drives the 4. The 5 is Scratch. 6, Kylie Cash. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Make the driver Braden Rhodes. 7 is Song of a Dragon. Jeff Mallets trains for owner John Mark Yoder. Mark St. Louis does the driving. And finally, the 8, Midwind Seashell. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Make the driver Jamario Wilson. Should note we only score 6 across here at Burton, so the 7 and 8 will start from the second tier. Again, do note we only score 6 horses across on the gate, so 7 Song of a Dragon and 8 Midwind Seashell will start from the second tier. We're going to the gate.
So let's tell you a little bit more about these horses quickly. The number 1, Big Bad Bunny, is Kurt Sugg in the bike, trained by Corey Day Ermond. This is a down by the seaside out of the Big Bad John Mare, Big Bad Bretta. David Kapp of Youngstown owns. 7 starts this year, 2 wins and 2 seconds.
2-horse Pink Jammies. Rosie Weaver trains for Heartland Acres, and Rosie Weaver co-owns with Heartland Acres. Drew Neal has the lines today. This horse has been pretty impressive so far in a brief career. 7 of 10. 2 second-place finishes, 9 of 10 first or second, 41,000, 56 and 4 at Northfield. Currently your 2 to 5 favorite, 1 to beat.
The number 3 is Do It Again Nelly. James Day drives. He also trains. This is owned by Hannah Day of Medina. 1 start that came back at Mount Gilead, finished 6th.
4-horse Julie's Grace. James Day trains for Power Play Racing. Make the driver Logan Ebersol. Logan Ebersol jumping a bike on this one. 0 for 6 on the season. Does have 2 third-place finishes.
Scratch the number 5, Lily Grace Hill. The number 6 is Kylie Cash. Braden Rhodes drives for Betty Clegg, who also owns Kylie Cash. This horse is started 19 times, 7 wins, 4 seconds, 6 thirds. Last time out at Canton, finished 2nd, was a winner 4 back at Napoleon.
7-horse Song of a Dragon. This horse will start from the second tier. Jeff Mallets trains for John Mark Yoder. This horse, Mark St. Louis, will be the driver. 0 for 14 on the season, but does have 6 underneath finishes, 4 thirds, 2 seconds. Has banked $5,500.
And the number 8 is Midwind Seashell. Jamario Wilson drives for Betty Clegg, the second Clegg entry in this race. This is a down by the seaside out of the Major in Art Mare KO Justice. 18 starts this year, 2 wins, a second and 3 thirds. Last time out was 4th at Canton, and took a mark of 204-1 at Paynesville. So that is your field for this. The third, the Single division for the 2-year-old Philly Pacers, going for $14,380. Don't forget you can get your programs at harnessracingohio.com. We put those up about an hour before the live stream starts. We are on both YouTube and Facebook today, so you can have your option of where you want to enjoy today's races. Right now, the favorite, I'm having trouble with the glare reading
6
that.
to 5.
6 to 5, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was 6 to 5 or 8 to 5.
Coming around the bend, if you're at the window, you better hurry up.
So it up to Dave Bianconi for the call of the third.
They're off and pacing away quickly from the outside. That is Kylie Cash. Between horses, Pink Jammies. Down along the rail, defending that inside lane is Big Bad Beach Bunny. These three go at it in the opening turn, and Big Bad Beach Bunny and Kurt Sugg are not willing to give up the lead. Puts Pink Jammies in a hole in second with Kylie Cash third. Then it's Song of a Dragon fourth, gap of about 4 then to Midwind Seashell, who is fifth, followed by Julie's Gracie, and away badly at the back is Do It Again Ellie. But as they approach the quarter, it is Big Bad Beach Bunny taking them past the quarter in 31-3. She opens up about a 2.5 length advantage now over Pink Jammies. Kylie Cash is content to sit third. Song of a Dragon still fourth, followed by Midwind Seashell. Gapped out a bit then from sixth is Julie's Gracie. The trailer is Do It Again Ellie. Pulling and rolling now, we've got action. Kylie Cash first up and challenging Big Bad Beach Bunny as they approach the half, but it is Big Bad Beach Bunny with a slight lead as they hit the half-mile mark. It is Kylie Cash on the outside second. Pink Jammies is still there in third with Song of a Dragon and Midwind Seashell. That half came and went in 1:03 flat. Big Bad Beach Bunny trying to see it through for Sugg. She has led throughout. Kylie Cash relentless on the outside within a neck in second. Enjoying the trip in third is Pink Jammies. Gapping out some now in fourth is Song of a Dragon with Midwind Seashell. So we're pretty much down to these three. Big Bad Beach Bunny on the inside. On the outside, Kylie Cash. And right there in third is Pink Jammies. 3/4, 134-4. Big Bad Beach Bunny has put away Kylie Cash. Now the one to challenge is Pink Jammies. That one's going to need room, though. Big Bad Beach Bunny is going to try to hold off Pink Jammies. Kylie Cash looks like she will have to settle for third. But top of the stretch, it is Big Bad Beach Bunny digging in. Pink Jammies with one final move, but Big Bad Beach Bunny leads at every call. Wins it for Kurt Sugg over Pink Jammies with Kylie Cash. Tight for fourth. Looked like Song of a Dragon over Julie's Gracie. Time of that mile, 2:08-1.
So there you go, Big Bad Beach Bunny, Kurt Sugg comes home a winner, third win of the year, and 8 starts for Big Bad Beach Bunny, trained by Corey Day Ehrman, owned by David Kapp and Corey Day Ehrman.
Yeah, nice professional effort. Kurt Sugg wanted the front end, and indeed he got it. Would not give it up. 2 or 3 horses left out of there, both Pink Jammies and Kylie Cash. 3 of them across the track on the turn, but Kurt said, I'm on the lead today, and returns a nice $6 plus the win at a 2-to-1 mutual. Wire to wire, and that is our third wire to wire winner. Track playing a little heavy, 2:08-1. Not much coming from the back end here. 1-2-6 unofficial.
Well, today's the day. Get to the lead and hope you can hang on for the lead.
Absolutely, that's where you want to be.
So here comes your winner back to the winner's circle. Kurt Sugg driving Big Bad Beach Bunny, the down by the seaside out of the Big Bad John Mare, Big Bad Bretta.
Unofficially, 1-2-6. Your unofficial top three. Again, that is unofficial 1-2-6. Also an inquiry involving 2 and 6 at the start. Again, the judges are talking about the start of the race with a possible inquiry, but the one Big Bad Beach Bunny is clear. She is to the winner's circle for Kurt Sugg. Big Bad Beach Bunny is a 2-year-old daughter of Down by the Seaside out of the Big Bad John mare, Big Bad Bretta. Corey DeErmond of Dorset, Ohio trains and co-owns with David Kapp of Youngstown. Driven to victory here by Kurt Sugg, 3 wins and 8 lifetime starts for Big Bad Beach Bunny. And Braden. Braden Rhodes and Drew Neal. Again, Braden Rhodes and Drew Neal. Please report to the starting gate immediately. Again, Braden Rhodes and Drew Neal to the starting gate.
Well, the inquiry, the 2 and the 6, Pink Jammies and Drew Neal driving, and the 6, Kylie Cash, Braden Rhodes. So did not really see what happened. Both of them are on the gate.
Yeah, they all left out of there. Those two, I think, probably got mixed up a little bit going into the quarter, maybe bounced wheels or something. Judges called them. They're talking to them in the starting gate. They're going to get their version of the story, and they'll decide to what they're going to do as far as any kind of placings.
Well, unfortunately, the Cookin' Cowboy Cafe blocks our turn into the first, our view into that first turn. I tried to look back at it and see if I could see anything, and all I saw were some French fries, a hamburger, and a cowboy hat, and that's about it.
Yeah, so we can't help out in the first turn for even an opinion, but that's okay because those guys upstairs got a much better view, so they'll be able to talk it out and figure out what did or did not transpire and go from there.
It was funny. I got here earlier today, and I was on the backside, and I was talking to a gentleman, and he asked me, he said, so which is the best fair to do it from? And I said, man, that's a loaded question.
That's a very loaded, especially for you because you've been to just about every one of them.
And then he said, well, what do you mean? I said, well, it depends what you mean by the best. I said, if you're looking for the best internet, those are the ones that we have hardwired, so that works best. I said, or we're using our live view. I said, if you're looking for the best view, I said, then it's the ones that have, nothing in the infield. I said, like here. I said, but then some places that you've got a nice view, you can't see the turns because they've got so many things on the turn. I said, some of them give us a box, so we're right, at the finish line.
6.
So we'll go back upstairs for the
race order of finish. 1, 2, 6. Okay.
6, 1, 2, 6 as posted is your official order finish. No change by the judges.
So did not determine nothing happened. But then, I said, in some other places, though, we go and we're at the mercy of, like at Wood County, we have a 80-foot high grandstand in the middle. We go to the order of finish.
1 Big Bad Beach Bunny, the race winner. 2 Pink Jammy, second. 3 Do It Again Ellie was 7th. 4 Julie's Grace was 5th. The 5 was scratched. 6 Kylie Cash, 3rd. 7 Song of the Dragon was 4th. And the 8 Midwind Seashell finished 6th. Top down, we got a 1, 2, 7, 5 scratch, 3, 4, 6.
So there you go. There it is. But so there at Wood County, we put a second camera up, and we can do that sometimes. They're very good about helping us string a long wire. So just a lot of different things going on.
I have a different spin on that to what the best fairs are. We've got our best FFA reports, Frank Fair reports.
Yes.
We also have places where we get different wagering. Some of our tracks like Greenville and Canfield get very strong wagering. So I think that is a very ambiguous, loaded question. I would say personally for me, you attend all the fairs, Frank, or probably 80% of them. I get about 10, 15% since I work the eastern side of the state. I'd say they all have their own flair, and I love each one coming different. Like today, we've got a great crowd here today. We've got to have 200, 300 people here in the grandstands and down on the mezzanine, and we've got actually a teller on the backside as well as behind the grandstands. It's a cool little fair up here. I mean, I think Burton, the town, really rallies around the Geauga County Fair, so I enjoy coming up here just as well.
Well, you know they rally around it when you got houses that are parking cars in their yard. You know, it's kind of like an old football game at an old stadium. Yeah, park here and that. So race number 3 is in the books. Next up, it'll be the 2-year-old filly trot, the first of 2 divisions. This division going for $7,373. One change to tell you about. Braden Rhodes will drive the number 5, Country Behave, when we return to the oldest county fair in Ohio, the Geauga County Fair in Burton, right after this.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference County Fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Own a little and love it a lot. TheStable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. TheStable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at TheStable.ca.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in nice sunny Burton, Ohio right now. Earlier that was not the case. We had a lot of raindrops here and got delayed about a half hour. Even had some of our equipment that we had to reboot and some issues. But guess what? We're up and running all over our circuits, both YouTube, Facebook Live. And you can pick up our programs on harnessracingohio.com, harnessracingohio.com. We're already up to race number 4. We've had the first 3 in the books. Race number 4 is the first of 2 divisions for 2-year-old filly trotters, going for a hefty amount of money, $73.73, in this, or just under $7,400. Got a full field of 5 signed on here. All 5 horses are going to get a nice paycheck. Only one program change at this time. Country Behave will be driven by Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes will be driving Country Behave. Nick Clegg is off all his mounts today. Braden pretty much has the call on every single one of those, but we'll bring those as we go for you for sure. Oldest fair in Ohio, this Geauga County Fair. It's right in the middle of town here in Burton. Well supported by the locals here. Got some good wagering. We've got wagering windows behind the grandstand. We also have one on the backside as too. So seems like they're getting some nice money too put through the windows here. We've had some good prices too. We had 2 horses pay $6 plus in both the second and third race. So that's been pretty good. There you have it, a mystery prize. Okay.
Those that have at least 5 stickers, those that don't, still have time to pick up your passport at any one of the county fairs that we're broadcasting at. Give you the passport, give you a sticker. Go to the sticker. Great prizes at the end of the year, but we have a little bit of a surprise coming up once we get to Delaware.
All right,
That's exciting. Very exciting.
For the 4th race post parade.
Looking forward to our 5 days in Delaware. Sunday. From Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with Doug. Also, trackside live on the show. Morning.
They smell good and look good, right?
Fourth race trotters are on the track. Not exactly in the right order, but there are 5 of them. Starting with the 1, Promise at Dawn. Scott Cox trains and co-owns with Wayne Mast, Callum Racing, and S. Miller. Jason Thompson's in the bike. 2 is Mona Lisa Hill. Matt Burkholder trains and drives for owners Matt Burkholder, Julie Sweet, and Dale Sweet. 3, Rookie Sensation. Chris Hirschberger trains and drives for owner Bob Troyer. 4 is Stars in My Crown. Herman Hagerman for Hagerman Racing and Anthony Miller. Emmanuel Miller's in the sulky. And the 5, Country Behave. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Driver change on this one to Braden Rhodes. Post time here for the 4th. Last call for wagering. We've got Win Place Show, Perfecta Try, and Quinella. Get to those windows. They'll be going to the gate shortly.
So let's tell you a little bit more about these 5 horses. 2-year-old filly trotters. The number 1, Promise of Dawn. Jason Thompson drives for Scott Cox. This horse is owned by Wayne Mast Jr. of Dundee. Callum Racing and Chagrin Falls. Scott Cox is Then starts this year 4 wins with 3 seconds and 2/3 almost $600,000.
2, Mona Lisa Hill. Matthew Burkholder owns, trains, and it will be driving this one today as well. He does co-own this horse with Julie and Dale Sweet. 1 for 4 on the season, does have $10,500 in earnings. Made a miscue in his last start, but prior to that at Urbana in the Buckeye Stallion Series, aired out and won by 7 lengths at a 30-1 mutual. Nice little, that changes today as this horse is 7-5 on your tote board.
The number 3 is Rookie Sensation. Preservation Leader drives. He also trains for Bob Troyer. This is a third bound out of student example by Rico House. This horse is hit the board in 9-11 with 0 wins and 3 seconds, 2/3 earnings, just under $18,000. 3 back.
4 horse Stars in My Crown. Herman Hagerman trains for Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing. Emmanuel Miller has the lines today. 1 for 5 on the season. A mark and a qualifier at 2 minutes at Scioto Downs. But interesting, they've entered this horse twice in the Sire Stakes action. Gets a little clash relief today, and if you're looking at some value, 10-1 on the tote board.
Field of 5 going postward. Last call to bet. They're behind the gate.
17 starts. It's got 2 wins, 5 seconds, 2/3 the second last overall. Canton there, behind the gate. Let's send it up. Dave Bianconi for the call of our fourth.
They're off and trotting. That is Stars in My Crown away alertly from the outside. From the inside, Promise at Dawn moving up. Right there in 3rd is Mona Lisa Hill. On the outside 4th, it's Stars in My Crown with the trailer Country Behave. But on the point, it is Promise at Dawn. And Jason Thompson, they open up a 1.5 advantage now over Stars in My Crown. Mona Lisa Hill is 3rd, gapped out just a bit. In 4th is Country Behave. And your trailer is Rookie Sensation. They taken them past the quarter. That is Promise at Dawn. She trotted that opening panel in 33-1. Gapped out a bit in 2nd, but now closing in. Here's Stars in My Crown. Right there in 3rd, Mona Lisa Hill. Pulling and moving from 4th, that is Country Behave. And gapped out in 5th, Rookie Sensation. Passing the grandstand for the first time, they're all chasing Promise at Dawn. Picking up the chase on the outside now with a rush. Here comes Mona Lisa Hill. It's Mona Lisa Hill on even terms with Promise at Dawn as they pass the half. Right there, 3rd is Stars in My Crown. Country Behave takes a peek from 4th, and Rookie Sensation still at the back. They are head and head here as they head into the 3rd turn. Actually, with a slight lead on the outside was Mona Lisa Hill. Battling back, Promise at Dawn. Now taking a look to the outside is Stars in My Crown, and moving up is Country Behave. But they're still battling nose to nose on the front. Promise at Dawn on the inside. Stars in My Crown now taking over on the outside with, no, I'm sorry, that is Mona Lisa Hill, I should say, taking over on the outside. Now, Stars in My Crown moving up 3 wide with the rush. It is Mona Lisa Hill, but here comes Stars in My Crown. And Stars in My Crown is going to move right on by at the top of the lane for Emmanuel Miller. Stars in My Crown now at the top. Mona Lisa Hill is second on the outside. Moving up into third is Country Behave, but they will not catch Stars in My Crown. An impressive winner here in the fourth over Mona Lisa Hill with Promise at Dawn and Country Behave. Time of that mile, 2:12 flat.
Yeah, back-to-back wins, and as I said, this horse, they've been entering this horse in the Sire Stakes, so yeah, a little clash relief today, and for the local backers here, 10-1 Mutual, so you get $22 on this guy, and if there would have been a tote machine next to my right arm, I would have had $2 win place on this one.
Coming off the Ohio Sire Stakes and then winning.
Yeah, and that was a second-tier effort. This horse had to race from the second tier that day. Nice, impressive, opened up in the lane, won by 2.5. Very similar race today. Got away mid-pack, followed second over. Did get a nice toe job into the race, but when they asked her to trot, she did trot, and trot indeed she did. 4-2-1 unofficial. Nice move by Mona Lisa Hill today. First over at the quarter pole. Held on very gamely, cleared to the lead.
4-2-1.
4-2-1.
4-2-1 is your unofficial order of finish here in the fourth. Stars in My Crown and Emmanuel Miller getting the job done. Back-to-back wins now for this 2-year-old filly. And it's official, 4-2-1. Top down finish in the fourth. 1 Prop Dawn third. 2 Mona Lisa Hill second. 3 Rookie Sensation was fifth. 4 Stars in My Crown, the race winner. 5 Country Behave was fourth. 3-2-5-1-4 top down. But back in front of the grandstand is your official winner of race number 4. It is the 4 Stars in My Crown. She's a 2-year-old daughter of Marseille out of the Swan for All mare, All for One. Trained by Herman Hagerman for Anthony Miller of Dundee, Ohio, and Hagerman Racing of Money Earnin, Mount Vernon, Ohio. Driven to victory here by Emmanuel Miller. Time of that mile, 2:12 flat. That's 2 wins in a row for Stars in My Crown.
Third of the way through our 12-race card here from I got $22 to win a $26
Yeah, 2-horse was 4-1, was 6-5, 7-5 most of the time. Paid $11.40 to place. So again, we got some nice mutual pools over here. Those are pretty nice payoffs.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
Do you want your horse to shine in the winner's circle? Feed DAC Oil. It makes a world of difference.
We are back at the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, as we get set for our second division 2-year-old Colt Pacers, going for $7,493. So this will have 5 going all behind the gate, just the one change, and that'll be Braden Rhodes, who will be driving Down by the Parade. As I said, Down by the Parade, number 1 in point standings for the Ohio Fair Championships. These horses race all across the state, gather up points. They're nominated. We have 4 racing circuits in Ohio: the Ohio Fair Racing Conference, the Home Talent Colt Stakes, we have the Southern Valley Colt Circuit, and the Ohio Colt Racing Association. And they gather points at all the fairs, hoping to gather enough points that they can be at Delaware for the racing there. And then they have the championships. Those will be contested at MGM Northfield Park on October 19th, $50,000 per division. So they will be going around the half-mile track up at Northfield.
What a great job our program in Ohio, our fair program, has done to be able to have an end-of-the-year prize of $50,000. It's amazing. And here's a horse, Down by the Parade. It's been barred from wagering. If you're a Down by the Parade fan, he's not barred today. They have him on the tote board currently at 3-5, but he has been barred from some of the other wagering and fair venues. But 13 of 18 on the season, $80,000 in earnings, and will probably be one of the favorites in the fair final in October. So this horse could easily finish the season up around $125,000 to $150,000.
He has a big lead of over 200 points on Center Story. That is the second place finish. So as we get set, horses are out on the track. Track seems to be drying up quite well.
Yeah, when they're scraping it, you're seeing even a little bit of dust on it, believe it or not. I'm not saying a lot, but you're seeing some of the base underneath of it. So we're not getting real snappy miles here today, which tells me we've got a little bit of give to it. But overall, I'd say that it's in great shape for the weather that we did have.
And see some of the puddles still down along the line where the grass and the track meet. But other than that, not too bad. Rosie Weaver coming by with one of hers, and a bit of a handful for Rosie right there. That was the number 1 horse, and that is Wild Child Annie. Well, Wild Child Annie was showing named a little Wild Child there. She came around the first turn, saw the drag, cut to the inside, then saw a horse cut to the outside, but warming up for one of these later races. Has turned into a very, very nice.
Yeah, very nice night over here. We got no precipitation. We've got probably mid-80s degree temperature, dry, and the clouds in the sky are looking pretty nice right now. We still got some clouds in the sky. We've got peaks of sunshine, but all told, it turned out to be a nice evening here in Burton.
Well, the plans were at 4:15. They were supposed to have a parachute in with the American flag for the national anthem. And then they were going to have a Amish race, kick everything off at 4:20. They had seven entries into that, and then the rains came and delayed everything. Well, really only delayed it for about 10 or 15 minutes, but we were trying to get everything together. And so we were delayed a little bit. We had some technical problems early on due to the rain and having to cover everything up, but got that going. But they decided they're going to move the Amish race to the end of the card based on if there's enough light for it. So, but the lights are on. They have lights in all four corners, so we should be ready to go. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi.
These are 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers, field of 5. Coming past the stands is the 1, Dancin' in My Socks. James Day trains and drives for Power Play Racing 87. 2, Seize the Bay. Joe Lucas trains and co-owns with At the Wire Farms. Jason Thompson does the steering. 3, the Onyx Dragon. Gary Martin for owner Sue Stockwell with Justin Irvin in the bike. 4, Down by the Parade. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Driver change here to Braden Rhodes. And the 5 is Billion. Corey DeErman trains for owner David Kapp with Kurt Sugg. Short but talented field of 5 here in race 5. Last call. They'll be lining up behind the gate shortly.
So there's the field. Let's tell you a little bit more about these 5. The number 1, Dancin' in My Socks. James Day drives and trains for Power Play Racing. This is a Dancin' Yankee gelding out of the Rockin' Image Mare Velocity Abbey. Still looking for the first hit the board of the year. Has 7 starts. Last time out, finished 5th. Was a $9,000 purchase at the Ohio Select Sale.
The 2, Seize the Bay. Joe Lucas trains and co-owns with the Wire Farms of Las Vegas. Jason Thompson has the lines today. 2 for 6 on the season. This horse was really powerful over at Carrollton early in the meet, about 5 back. Lifetime marker of there, 2 of 4 and 3. Does draw inside and should hold that position and be a factor.
The number 3 is the Onyx Dragon. Justin Irvine drives for Gary Martin, owned by Sue Stockwell. This is a Fear the Dragon out of the Shadow Play mare, DG's Shadow's Bell. 7 starts, has hit the board 6 times with 3 wins. Those 3 wins have come in the last 4 races. The one race that did not win out of those 3, the Ohio Sire Stakes back at Northfield on August 10th, does have a couple of on-the-board finishes in the Buckeye Stallion Series this year.
Number 4, Down by the Parade. Betty Clegg owns and trains. The lines get turned over today to Braden Rhodes. Braden Rhodes will be driving this youngster. Only cost $8,000 last year at the Ohio Select Sale, and boy, has he rewarded the Clegg bander here. $80,000 in earnings, 13 of 18. This horse just raced yesterday as well. This horse is a stalwart on the circuit, and if you are a fan, you're getting 2 to 1 today.
And you take a look at the number 5, Billion. Kurt Sugg in the bike, a $102,000 purchase at the Lexington Select Sale. Corey DeErman trains. David Kapp of Youngstown owns. This is a Down by the Seaside. 6 starts, has 1 win to show. Earnings just under $15,000. That win came last time out at Scioto Downs, and pacing in 154 and 4. And they are behind the Northfield Park starting gate from the rail out. Dancin' in My Socks, Seize the Bay, the Onyx Dragon, Down by the Parade, and Billion. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi.
Very solid field of 2-year-old Pacers going at it here in the 5th. They're off and pacing, and it is the Onyx Dragon. The Onyx Dragon with the first call from the center of the pack. Dancin' in My Socks leaves alertly from the rail. Down by the Parade is out there on the outside in 3rd. 4th in the early going is Seize the Bay. The trailer is Billion. Taking over on the outside, that is the Onyx Dragon. The Onyx Dragon to the front. Raging up on the outside is Down by the Parade. Down by the Parade, a 14-time winner this season. He won yesterday at Canton and right back at it here, but he's going to have to go the long road today. Got the cold shoulder from Justin Irvin and the Onyx Dragon, and that one will take them past the quarter in a very brisk 30-2 on the off track. Moving up into 2nd is Dancin' in My Socks. Down by the Parade is going to have a rough go of it here. He's been outside the whole mile, but still there in 3rd. Seize the Bay is 4th. Billion is 5th. They're all chasing the Onyx Dragon. The Onyx Dragon looking for his 2nd win in a row. On the outside, Down by the Parade is still there with Dancin' in My Socks. Seize the Bay is 4th. Now moving up from the back is Billion. past the half in 102 flat. But the Onyx Dragon and Justin Irvin, who is going for his third win on the card already, is still there. Down by the parade is settled in second. Billion now up to third. Moving up into fourth is Seize the Bay. But it's still the Onyx Dragon. Down by the parade is not done yet. He's out and challenging as they approach three-quarters. Billion also tightening in for Kurt Sugg, but it's the Onyx Dragon that takes him past three-quarters in 1:32.1, fast 30 and 1/3 panel here for the two-year-olds. But turning for home, it's the Onyx Dragon. He's trying to see it through. Down by the parade is second. Billion third. Trying to move up on the outside is Seize the Bay. But here comes a good-looking two-year-old for trainer Gary Martin. The Onyx Dragon just opens up and wins handily for Justin Irvin. Down by the parade second. Seize the Bay third. Time of that mile, 2:03.2.
Your winner, the Onyx Dragon, Justin Irvine, went to the lead, would not let down by the Seaside Pass, and just kept him parked outside, and controls the race to win for the fourth time this year. Has now hit the board in 7 of 8 starts.
Yeah, professional effort by this Onyx Dragon, and snappy time, 2:03.2. The other division went in 2:06. So it tells you the difference of races for those two. But 3:42 unofficial. This horse still came to the wire, the Onyx Dragon, with a lot of pace. Nice effort out of Down by the Parade. This horse made about 3 or 4 moves in the race. Left the starting gate, started to tuck, then came first up and tried to bull rush to the lead. Was repelled, had to back all the way back into third. Came back out again. Finally cleared the horse in a 2-hole set second. Never challenged the leader at the wire, but still game effort. 3-4-2 unofficial.
Down by the Seaside has now hit the board in 18 of 19 starts. And just continues to add to the bankroll. So your winner, back to the winner's circle for the second time today, Justin Irvine.
3-4-2. Your official order of finish in the 5th. And coming past the grandstand is your official winner of the 5th race. It's the 3, the Onyx Dragon. The Onyx Dragon is a 2-year-old gelded son of Fear the Dragon out of the Shadow Play mare DG Shadows Bell. Trained by Gary Martin for owner Sue Stockwell of Geneva, and driven to victory here by Justin Irvine. Training double for Gary Martin, he swept both halves of the 2-year-old Colt Pace. Sue Stockwell's got a couple of wins as an owner and a trainer, and Justin Irvine already 3 wins on the card in the bike.
So Sue Stockwell picks up 1 as an owner here. She was a trainer earlier in the card, coming down from the Ashtabula County Fair, where she is the speed superintendent. So a couple of nice wins for Sue. Get the rest of the rundown. Should be number 1. Dancing in My Socks was 5th. 2 Seize the Bay was 3rd. The Onyx Dragon, the winner. Down by the Parade 2nd, and Billion finished 4th.
Couple anomaly playoffs here. Both the 3 and the 4 paid $5.20 to show. 3 only paid $3.40 to win, but some nice show payoffs.
5th, 1 Dancing in My Socks was 5th. 2 Seize the Bay 3rd. 3 the Onyx Dragon, the race winner. 4 Down by the Parade was 2nd. 5 Billion was 4th. Top down again, that's 5, 3, 1, 2, 4. Up next, race number 6. 1 change in the 6th. Braden Rhodes drives number 5, Our Boss.
Braden Rhodes picking up all of Nick Clegg's drives today. So you will hear that change throughout the card tonight. So 5 more to go to the gate for the 2-year-old trot, our 2nd division, $7,295 right after this.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Volstead, Coach K. Hanover, Slay, Ohio's top trotters stand at Dublin Valley Farms. Volstead's offspring include Sugar Instead, the 2023 Ohio 2-year-old Trotting Filly of the Year, and 2024 Ohio Sire Stakes winner Jurassic Hattie. Coach K. Hanover, the son of world record holder Walner, and Slay, the son of Chapter 7, standing his first season at Dublin Valley Farms. We are rocking and rolling here at the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, the oldest fair in Ohio. Started back in 1823. So I'll tell you, if right now the weather is going to be like we're going to have this weekend, it is going to be a very pleasant weekend because that front came through with the storm and kind of took all the heat and the humidity out of here.
Yeah, beautiful night over here today.
Have people come out and enjoy this fair. I was able to walk earlier today. I took a quick walk behind the grandstand, walked down a couple of the food rows out there. I saw you came back with something you were scarfing down. What'd you have?
Yeah, I had a Italian sausage.
There you
That's
go.
always my staple. I always like to get an Italian sausage. Now, if I was at Zanesville, I would have that cattleman ribeye sandwich.
There you go. Yep.
You've probably taken off a few years of my life since I'll be eating 3 or 4 of those with that corn at every Zanesville fair from here till eternity. But
you want to take some time off your life, you got to go to Croton and have the Trojan burger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thankfully, I don't go to Croton, so I don't lose as many years. Right? So.
Oh, Croton burger. Croton, the Trojan burger. Oh, very good. That got the 5 golden horseshoes. I'd go back there and get it even if we're not racing. That's how good that thing was. That was a Big Mac on steroids.
I would put that that cattleman sandwich up there, too. That's a pretty good one. I don't know, 4.5 even Golden Frank's horseshoes or something. Those.
What's that? Oh, the old boy. Yeah. Now, I got criticized because I gave the old boy a bad what do you call it, rating the first time. But the second time I went, it was better the second time.
Where's this at? What fair?
Wellington.
Wellington, okay. What's on an Oh Boy? Let's tell the listeners. Oh, yeah. That's what it is. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. All right.
Yeah, just like a big boy.
So you can get that. And
the sauce makes it. And that's always what I said about that big boy sauce and stuff.
Emmanuel Miller, please bring your horse to the track immediately. And again, Emmanuel Miller, get to the track.
So waiting for Emmanuel Miller to bring number 4, RB's Can't Be Touched. I wonder if that came from an owner of Arby's. Arby's Can't Be Touched. Huh. Not sure. Owned by Ronald Lamar Burks of Cypress, Texas.
So there's your RB.
Right.
Yep.
Arby's Can't Be Touched. Waiting for Emmanuel Miller to bring it on. They've got couple of horse barns right across the way. And then behind that, they erect some tents that they use for the racing. That way the trainers don't have to race out of their stalls.
I'm assuming this is a training facility too, correct? Do people train out of here?
I believe so, but I'm not 100% sure on that.
Okay. Current look at the odds board. The favorite, Mark Gumup. Ray Crawford owns and trains Luke Ebersaw's horse is currently 1-5, 2 for 3 in the brief career, second place finish, 2 blowout wins in the last.
So Emmanuel Miller now on the track, and they will get ready for the post parade. Dave Bianconi running a tight ship up there, telling them if they're on the track and they're not racing, time to get off.
Roger Houston disciple, we might add.
Roger down in Virginia right now. We're probably on his way back to, because he'll be at Canfield tomorrow to call the races.
Was he at Woodstock today?
Yes.
Okay.
So here's the post play. Let's send it up to Dave.
6th race trotters on the track. 2-year-old colts and geldings. Contesting this 6th race, the 1 is Mark 'em Up. Ray Crawford trains and co-owns with Sue Ann Crawford Coachella. Logan Ebersol is your driver. 2 is Flying Tom. Ty Loy not only trains, drives, but co-owns with David Wills and DJ Gregory. 3 is Let's Go to Paris. Edward Miller trains and co-owns with Ashley Dunn. Kurt Suggs in the bike. 4, RB's Can't Be Touched. Herman Hagerman for owner Ronald Lamar Burks with Emmanuel Miller. And the 5 is Our Boss. Betty Clegg trains and owns. Driver change on the 5 Our Boss. It will be Braden Rhodes. It is post time here for the 6th. Get to the windows as quickly as you can. We're going to go with this one as soon as they get them lined up.
So we'll tell you about these horses very quickly. The number 1 is Mark 'em Up. Logan Ebersol drives for trainer Ray Crawford, who co-ans with Suzanne Coachella. 3 starts this year, 2 wins, and a second-place finish. Has been a winner back-to-back at the last 2, Wellington and Croton. The 2 races before that was Vet Scratch Sick, but has come back with a vengeance, and will try to make it 3 in a row.
The 2, Flying Tom, trained and driven by Ty Loy, as well as co-owned by Ty Loy with Willis and Gregory. This horse is 1 for 5 on the season. Does have a second-place finish, 2 of 5 on the board, $15,000 in earnings. Note down at the bottom of the book, they bucked up $10,000 to go in the next generation, so they certainly like this one a lot. Another horse that could be very sneaky in here, and his second choice at 5-1.
The number 3 is Let's Go to Paris. Kurt Sugg drives for Edward Miller, who owns along with Ashley Dunn. This is a Mr. Anson colt out of Paris, Philly. 5 starts, a win and a third.
4 horse, RB's Can't Be Touched. Herman Hagerman trains for Ronald Burks. Emmanuel Miller in the sulky today. 0 for 9 on the season. Does have 2 second-place finishes. Horse stays trotting, is always around the ticket. A good check getter.
Out of the Clegg barn is the number 5, Our Boss. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Braden Rhodes will get the drive today. This is a 2-year-old gelding by Enterprise out of Don't Ever Know My Name by Master Levesque. 13 starts, a win, 4 seconds, and 3 thirds.
2, Flying Tom, going back to the paddock for equipment adjustment. Again, slight delay is the 2.
So they were ready to go, but the number 2, Ty Loy, the rain delay, as Dave just called him, taking Flying Tom back to the barn for an equipment change.
Yeah, a little adjustment there. This horse, again, I think he's a sneaky play in here. He's second choice at 9-2 in the wagering. But again, anytime you want to spend $10,000 to go next generation, tells you kind of like where you're at. Looks like his horse might have been bleeding and added Lasix. 3 back. Requalified and had a very tough post at Scioto in the Buckeye Stallion Series last time out on August 15th. Had the 9-hole. Was able to get a check, though, and run 5th that day. Trotted individually 58-3. Ty Loy gets in the bike today. He was in the bike 2 back at the qualifier. So nice wagering value at 9-2. I think this one has a shot.
So we wait for Ty Loy to come back onto the track with number 2. And we will get ready to roll with this, our 6th race, halfway through the 12-race card tonight. Glad to have you along. Frank Frost, Don Tiger, Steve Ulrich working the camera today. Had a severe thunderstorm warning. We had some heavy rains come through the area. Delayed post time for a little bit, but we had lightning, we had high winds, we had rain, we had blowing wind. It was just one of those beautiful OHHA rainstorms that we've come so well to know.
I had us at 2-5 of not having this broadcast, so the fact that we're racing and it's sunny, I'm very happy to be with you, Frank and Steve. 3 of us always make a good team together, but I did not think this was going to happen, so I'm grateful for the races.
I'll tell you, the way that front came through, rolling through, who knew? A lot of rain.
I can't afford a umbrella either, so I was stuck in my car.
So they are now heading back behind the gate from the rail out. Mark 'em up with Logan Ebersol, Flying Tom, and Ty Loy. Let's Go to Paris, Kurt Sugg. RB's Can't Be Touched, Emmanuel Miller. And Our Boss with Braden Rhodes. The Northfield Park starting gate is rolling. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for a call of the 6th.
Flying Tom off stride. Again, Flying Tom off stride before the start. Away well is Let's Go to Paris. Also from the inside, Mark 'em Up leaves alertly. Then you'll find RB's Can't Be Touched and Our Boss. But they're dueling for the lead in this short field. And it is Let's Go to Paris taking over for Kurt Sugg. Mark 'em Up is back to second. RB's Can't Be Touched is third, followed by Our Boss. And then off the early miscue, Flying Tom is the distant trailer. But as they head towards the quarter-mile mark, it is Let's Go to Paris and Kurt Sugg taking them past that quarter mile in 34-1. Length and a half back in second is Mark 'em Up. Content to sit third here is RB's Can't Be Touched, followed by Our Boss, and now regaining contact with the field, that is Flying Tom. But leisurely opening tempo for Let's Go to Paris. Let's Go to Paris and Kurt Sugg are the ones to catch as they turn and pass the grandstand for the first time. The favorite, Mark 'em Up, is second. RB's Can't Be Touched is third. Flying Tom made up a lot of ground. He's actually moving up on the outside well here for Ty Loy. Following that move is Our Boss. They passed the half in 1:10. Again, the half was in 1:10. And it is Let's Go to Paris trying to hold off Mark 'em Up. That tempo has certainly picked up here in the third quarter because Mark 'em Up is picking them up and laying them down, and Mark 'em Up is going to take over as they approach three quarters. It's Mark 'em Up now, about 3/4 of a length to the good. He has not cleared yet as Let's Go to Paris has kicked into gear as well. Off stride is RB's Can't Be Touched, as moving into third now is Flying Tom. 3/4 comes and goes in 1:42-1, and we've got a horse race here. Let's Go to Paris never let Mark 'em Up cross over, and now Let's Go to Paris has regained that lead on the inside lane. Mark 'em Up is still there in second with Flying Tom third and Our Boss fourth. Top of the stretch, Let's Go to Paris. This one would not be denied. Let's Go to Paris digs in and holds on over Mark 'em Up with Flying Tom, Our Boss, and RB's Can't Be Touched. Time of that mile, 2:13-1.
2:13-1 for your winner. Let's Go to Paris. It was a two-horse race between Let's Go to Paris and Mark 'em Up. Mark 'em Up tried on the backstretch to get past him but could not clear. And Let's Go to Paris dug in and was able to open up and win by about a length and a half for Let's Go to Paris. Second win in 6 starts. And Mark 'em Up now with 2 firsts and 2 seconds.
Yeah, great horse race. We had a ding-dong there, one where it looked like Mark 'em Up was just ever so close for clearing up that backside, and if he would have, likely would have went on to be the winner, but he couldn't quite get by, and Let's Go to Paris pushed on, regained the real lead, rebuffed that effort, and kind of drew off. This was another horse that had some class relief. This horse had been participating in 3 of the last Buckeye Stallion series and finished 6th, 6th, and 3rd in those events. Got back into the fair racing circuit and made every pole winning one in 2:13-1 today.
Went off at 5-1, so that's going to pay very nicely for the fans here at Burton. And here comes your winner back to the winner's circle.
It is number 3, Let's Go to Paris. Let's Go to Paris, an aptly named son of Mr. Anson out of the giant hitmare Paris Filly, trained by Edward Miller of Polk, Ohio, who also co-owns with Ashley Dunn of Polk, Ohio. Driven to victory here by Kurt Sugg. That is a driving double for Kurt Sugg, and second win in just 6 lifetime starts for Let's Go to Paris.
winner. Let's Go to Paris, the 2-year-old colt by Mr. Anson out of Paris, Philly.
312 is your official order of finish in race 6. We'll have those prices for you shortly.
Second win in 6 starts for Let's Go to Paris. And for the official payouts and the official rundown. Next up, we will have the 3-year-old Filly Trotters, 1 division, $13,175.
Only one change in the 7th. Take the rail house horse out, Sister Wives. Sister Wives is scratched and will not be participating in race number 7.
Brayton Rhodes, who's down to drive that one, gets scratched but picks up all the other drives.
Sometimes that's how it works out.
Yep. So there are your payoffs. Your winner, $12, $380, $210. The number 1, mark them up, $220, $210.
6th race. 1 mark 'em up was 2nd, 2 Flying Tom 3rd, 3 Let's Go to Paris, the race winner. 4 RB's Can't Be Touched was 5th, and the 5R Boss was 4th. Top down, we got a 2-3-1-5-4. Up next is the 7th race. In fact, gentlemen, trainers, please get your horses ready and bring them to the track as soon as possible for race number 7.
So we are through halfway on our card. The 6th race is done. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we will be back with the 7th. 6 to go to the gate right after this.
When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, as we get set for our 7th race on the card. This is the only racing we have going here in Ohio today. And tomorrow, though, we will have 2 cards. We will start it off. It's all morning action tomorrow, too. So if you're a big college football fan, you'll be able to watch your racing in the morning and then your college football later in the evening, as we will have Canfield going at 11 a.m. and then Wauseon will start at 11:30 a.m. On Sunday, we will have racing from Richwood. Day 1 of 2 from Richwood. That also is an 11 a.m. start. And Marietta will be a 1 o'clock post time from Washington County Fair. Then on Monday, Labor Day, we have 4 race cards going. We will only have live streams of 3 of those cards. We will start it all off in the morning at 11 a.m. at Canfield for post time for the Labor Day card. We will then have the 12 o'clock, or pardon me, the 12 o'clock post time at Van Wert. That is a schedule of all overnights. And then the other 2 cards we will have on Monday will be at Richwood. That is a 1 o'clock start, as is Marietta. So a full weekend of racing for you. Make sure you check your Huff's Guide. You can go to Harness Racing Ohio also to get the times of the Racing. In fact, if you'd like to order your Huff's Guide now, you can do that. Call the office next Tuesday, 614-221-3650, and you can order your Huff's Guide now. So we are getting ready for our 7th race on the card tonight. This will be the 3-year-old filly trot going for $13,175. When we get into these one divisions, that's good money to be going
Great
for
money
here at the fairs.
Because they don't also lose a parimutuel. For the fans to know that these races don't count into the parimutuel foray. So, I mean, the way we have our Ohio program, too, when these horses graduate from the 2- and 3-year-old ranks, when you get 4 years old, we have condition races all the way up to non-winner of 10 lifetimes. So you get horses in here like J.H. Hill. He's won 6 of 14 this year, 2 of 10 last year. He technically qualifies for a non-winner of 2. Well, he did win his non-winner of 2, so it looks like he'll be non-winner of 3.
Right, non-winners of 3, yep.
But still, there's a lot of money to be made once a horse gets past his 2- and 3-year-old fair, Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series. So this is a nice pot, one division of the cash for $13,000. And all but one's going to go home with a paycheck in here, too. So we've got 6 of them will score across the track here. The 7, Count on Betty, will trail. And they'll all be racing for a nice, tidy $13,175.
4 of the 6 have wins this year, at least one win this year. Only one, though, is a maiden, still looking for that first win overall. So the horses are coming onto the track right now. Looks like we've got 4 of the 7 or 5 of the 7 have made it onto the track. Do have a couple of horses out there that are still warming up, getting ready for those later races. They're hoping to get these races in before it gets too dark. That way they can have the Amish race. And that will have 6 horses in that race. And usually they go just a half a mile.
One dash for the cash, right?
I heard today, though, on the backstretch that it might be a 2-lap race for a mile, but I'm not sure on that. So
it's a fun race. So if you're joining us, don't go anywhere after race 12. You're going to enjoy that. It's an entertaining race.
It's bonus.
Let me say that. Yeah.
Bonus
coverage.
Because these guys, they want to win. They are looking for the bragging rights in the community, and they want to win, and they just put the pedal to the metal, and there they go. So getting ready for the post play. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi.
7th race trotters on parade. The 1 is scratched. Again, scratch the 1 here in race 7. 2 is Island Business. Charlie Myrick trains and drives for Second Chance Stable Incorporated. 3, Tammy Sue. Scott Cox trains for Wayne Mast and Callum Racing. Jason Thompson is your pilot. 4, Taddy Hill. Rosie Weaver for John Schleybaugh and Walnut View Farm. Drew Neal is in the sulky. 5, What a Jessie. Kent Sherman conditions for owner Daryl Sherman. Logan Ebersol holds the lines. 6 is J.H. Hill. Scotty Reed owns and trains. Don McCurgan in the bike. And the 7 is Count on Betty. Mike Metters trains for Sherry and Dana Idens and Tina Sudermeister. Emmanuel Miller will do the driving. Post time for the 7th. Still time to bet. Win, Play, Show, Perfecta, Quinella, and Trifecta. Get to those windows. They'll be going to the gate very shortly.
So there are your horses from the post parade. Let's tell you a little bit more about them. The number 2 is Island Business. Charlie Myrick will move down to the rail with the scratch of the number 1. He drives and trains for Second Chance Stable. This is an Enterprise filly out of the Semper Fi Hall mare, Paris Islands. Still looking for the that first win of the year. Has hit the board 7 of 19. Lifetime 1 win in 32 starts. That came last year at Carrollton. Has hit the board in 4 of the last 5.
3-horse Tammy Sue, trained by Scott Cox, Wayne Mast, and Callan Racing own this horse. Jason Thompson takes the lines today. 4 for 15 this year, 3 for 9 last year, 7 of 24 lifetime, $83,000 in earnings. Just a nice professional racehorse. They paid $30,000 for this horse last year at the Buckeye Classic scale. Scotty Cox, an excellent horseman. This is probably one of the horses to beat in here, and actually is a little bit of wagering value, 5-1.
The number 4 is Taddy Hill. Drew Neal drives for Rosie Weaver. This horse is owned by John Schleybaugh and Walnut View Farms. This is a What the Hill filly out of the Donato Hanover mare. UF Taddy's Donato has hit the board in 13 of 18 this year with 4 wins, earnings over $30,000. 6 straight has hit the board, 3 wins in those 6 starts.
5-horse What a Jesse. Kent Sherman trains for Daryl Sherman. Logan Ebersol in the sulky today. What a Jesse, 1 for 14 on the season, 1 for 24 lifetime, $10,000 in career earnings. Stays flat. That's one of the benefits here, and hopes to get a nice piece of this pie.
The number 6 is J.H. Hill. The ageless wonder Don McGurgan drives, the 83-year-old, trained by Scotty Reed, who also owns this What the Hill filly out of the Jailhouse Jesse mare, J.H. Jessica. 14 starts this year, has hit the board 10 times, 6 wins, 2 seconds, 2 thirds, $29,000 in earnings. This was a $7,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale.
7, Count on Betty. We got a late driver change too. Mark St. Louis will be driving Count on Betty. Mark St. Louis will drive the 7, Count on Betty. This maiden, 0 for 26 lifetime, 0 for 15 this year. Does have 3 seconds, 4 thirds, made $16,000 lifetime. Made a miscue in the last, but still rallied for 4th. Broke 2 back and still rallied for 4th. Does get the trailing position here, and frankly, it's probably a good spot for this one. Kind of suck along and try to see what she can get.
Count on Betty will start from the 2nd tier. Even with the scratch, those horses on the gate will move down 1 spot. So from the rail out, it's Island Business and Charlie Myrick. Tammy Sue with Jason Thompson. Taddy Hill has Drew Neal in the bike. What a Jesse will be piloted by Logan Ebersol. J.H. Hill and Don McGurkin wrap up the first row, and on the 2nd tier, it's Mark St. Louis Jr. and Count on Betty. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for the call of the 7th.
They're off and trotting. That is Taddy Hill away well from the center of the pack. Tammy Sue is right there. J.H. Hill floats out from the outside post position. As they hit the first turn, it is Taddy Hill opening up a 2.5 length advantage over Tammy Sue. On the outside third is J.H. Hill. Closing up that hole in 4th is Island Business. Gap of a couple then to What a Jesse, in your trailer is Count on Betty. But the one to catch is still Taddy Hill. Here comes J.H. Hill. That one's been outside throughout, but she is surging up for Don McCurgan, and J.H. Hill will grab the lead as they hit the 2nd turn. It's Taddy Hill now 2nd with Tammy Sue 3rd. 4th is Island Business. Moving up from the back is Count on Betty with What a Jesse. But as they turn and pass the grandstand for the first time, it is the 3 to 5 choice J.H. Hill on the point. Now ranging up on the outside with a rush. Here comes Tammy Sue. So it's inside J.H. Hill, outside Tammy Sue. Opening quarter was 32-1. The half, or 32 flat. The half was 104-1. It's still J.H. Hill holding off the charge of Tammy Sue. Right there in 3rd, you'll find Taddy Hill. Moving up on the outside now 4th is Count on Betty with Island Business. Your trailer is What a Jesse. Cruising towards 3/4, they are nose and nose on the front. On the inside, J.H. Hill, slight advantage on the outside to Tammy Sue as they approach the 3/4 mile mark. Great trip in 3rd for Taddy Hill. Gapped out a bit in 4th now is Count on Betty. 3/4 came and went in 1:36 flat, and these two have been dueling for about a half a mile. It's J.H. Hill inside, Tammy Sue outside. Here comes Taddy Hill to take her shot. Turning for the top of the stretch, it's J.H. Hill with Tammy Sue. J.H. Hill, Tammy Sue, Looked like J.H. Hill held off Tammy Sue in a photo with Taddy Hill third. Time of that mile, 2:06 and 1, 30 and 1 final frame.
He just continues to amaze me. Don McGurgan, 83 years old, and just sat there, knew exactly what he had, pulled away down the stretch, and able to get up for the win by a neck.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was very skeptical. This horse opened up at 1-9, and I thought far outside post position, 1-9 on a half-mile fair track. I just was nervous. I was like, and he drifted up to 3-5, but the early money was dead on and right. And I'll tell you what, by working for the OHHA, I did not have to pay to get in here today. But if you paid admission, you just got your money's worth. Ding-dong battle, Tammy Sue and J.H. Hill all the way around. Neck and neck, stride and stride, and the ageless wonder, J.H. Hill and Don McCurgan, come out victorious on the end. Him and Scotty Reed have done a great job with his horse this season. Now 7 of 15, and on his way to the winner's circle with a very popular 3-5.
J.H. Hill had a nice year last year as well. Picked up, hit the board 9 of 10, picked up a couple of wins, earned just under $15,000. So the investment, that $7,000 investment, looking pretty good.
Yeah, we talk about that a lot, Frank. I mean, this horse was bought for people that are looking to get into the industry, that watch our broadcast. $7,000 purchased last year. You've got $50,000 now.
3 Tammy Sue was second, and 4 Taddy Hill was third. 6, 3, 4 as yet unofficial.
So here comes your winner back to the winner's circle.
And back in front of the stands, your as yet unofficial winner of the 7th. It's number 6, J.H. Hill, 3-year-old daughter of What the Hill out of the Jailhouse Jesse mare J.H. Jessica, owned and trained by Scotty Reed of West Farmington, Ohio. Driven to victory here by Don McCurgan. Don McCurgan, 83 years young and still going strong.
83 years old.
Win number 7 of the year for J.H. Hill. I believe all of them with Don McCurgan in the bike.
There you go. There's a good picture of J.H. Hill and Don McCurgan. Doesn't even need to get out of the sulky. Little sidestep there. He's waving some people on.
He's like, hurry up, folks. Let's go. We got horses warming up. They're coming. Don's like, hey.
He's either mummified or petrified. I'm not sure which one it is, but every time I see him, usually we catch up at Carrollton because we've got a doubleheader over there, and I catch him between cards. He looks exactly the same as he did 10 or 15 years ago. So,
great job by Don McCurgan. Picks up the win. Happy people down in that winner's circle. So many people in the winner's circle and across the track. Logan Ebersol, who's warming up a horse, had to stop.
Your top down order of finish in the program from race number 7. The 1 was scratched. 2 Island Business was 6th. 3 Tammy Sue was 2nd. 4 Taddy Hill 3rd. 5 What a Jessie was 5th. 6 J.H. Hill, your race winner. And the 7 Count on Betty was 4th. Top down, we got a scratch, 6-2, 3-5, 1-4. 8th race is up next. Compact field of 4. One change, it's on the 3, Peter Butter Cupcake. Make the driver Kurt Sugg. Again, Kurt Sugg drives the 3, Peter Butter Cupcake, in the upcoming 8th race.
So there you go. We're to the 8th race. This will be 2-year-old filly trotters, the 2nd division. $7,173 is the purse. 4 will go to the gate when we return to the Geauga County Fair in Burton.
Great Geauga County Fair is not only Ohio's oldest continuous fair, but one of the first existing agricultural organizations in the entire nation. Ohio was only 20 years old when the local county agriculture and manufacturing society was formed. The first Geauga County Fair was officially held in 1823. Rail pens were built on the square for livestock, and domestic products were exhibited in the log courthouse. Harness racing was introduced to the program in 1860. Horse racing was then associated with gambling, so they were disguised as speed trials. The winner was given a jug of whiskey, which he then in turn was expected to share with those he just defeated. The Geauga County Fair's oddities didn't stop there. In the early years, local horseman E.P. Pace Lantham lost both of his arms in the Civil War, but he continued to race with the lines around his neck. In the 1950s, Amish buggy races were popular. Today, the Geauga County Fair hosts one day of live-action harness racing as a member of the Ohio Fair Racing Conference.
The roots of harness racing are born at the county fair. For over 150 years, people have gathered to watch horses battle it out for fame and glory. Catch the thrills this summer at an Ohio Fair Racing Conference county fair. The OFRC races at 22 fairs in 20 Ohio counties. Trotters and pacers put it all on the line to be called the best in the Buckeye State. The Ohio Fair Racing Conference, where the path to greatness begins.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio. Frank Frost, Don Tiger, Steve Ulrich right here today, bringing you all the action of 12 races from the oldest county fair in the Buckeye State. And we've told you, they take a lot of pride in this fair here in Burton. You can look out and see how many cars are parked. That's just the free parking. Now, they have other parking as you pull in. I mean, I actually even saw a house that had motorcycle only parking.
Yeah, that was the first one. Yeah, I tried getting in that lot because that was the most convenient lot, but I did partake in the $5 parking in the some booster club or something where I parked, but much needed with the monsoon earlier.
As it just comes rolling in, and you know, a lot of people mulling around. Good crowd in our grandstand, and I want to thank everybody who has definitely come out. Don't forget, if you're here, we've got our passport stickers. Stop on up. We'll get you your sticker for your passport. If you don't have a passport, stop on by. We'll give you one. And then every time you go to an Ohio County Fair to watch the racing, stop by our broadcast location. We'll give you a sticker, and you can turn in your passport. And like I said, coming up at Delaware, if you've got 5 stickers, make sure you stop by our tent. We're going to have something a little special for you. Another driver change here.
Snazzy is Millie. Make the driver Chris Hirschberger. Again, Chris Hirschberger drives the
Chris
2.
Hirschberger will drive for Darren Harvey, who trains Snazzy as Millie. Looks like 3 of the horses are out right now, getting ready to go. A couple more still warming up for the later races. This is our 8th on the card of 12. Hope you'll join us tomorrow morning from Canfield. Don Tiger and I will head over to Canfield to bring you the action over there. We will have, I believe it's 8 races over there, if I'm not mistaken.
8 or 9, I'm not positive.
9.
Yeah, 9, yeah.
Just pulled it out. 9 races tomorrow from Canfield. Looking forward to that. And I think they even have one of your favorites, Don.
Oh, we love the free-for-all.
Maybe not. I think they may save all of those for the
special Monday card.
No, we do have
single
we
G.
We have the free-for-all pace, the single G. So let's send it up to Dave B. and Coney for the post-parade of the 8th.
2-year-old filly trotters, just a field of 4 lining up here in the 8th race post-parade. The 1 is Wild Child Annie. Rosie Weaver trains and co-owns with Heartland Acres. Drew Neal's in the sulky. 2 is Snazzy as Millie. Darren Harvey conditions for Allen and Leon Miller. Driver change on the 2 to Chris Hirschberger. 3 is Peter Butter Cupcake. Vernon Beachy trains for 518 Group. Get Up Racing and Ryan Smith. Driver change to Kurt Sugg. And finally number 4, Extra Easy. Larry Claybaugh owns and trains. Mark St. Louis holds the lines. Again, just a 4-horse gathering here in race number 8. They'll be going to the gate very shortly. Wager now.
Short field here for the 8th, the 2-year-old filly trot going for $7,173, second of 2 divisions. The number 1, Wild Child Annie. Drew Neal drives for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns with Heartland Acres. This is a long tom out of the Lucky Chucky mare, Teacher's Pat. 10 starts, 5 wins this year, earnings just under $17,000. And we have 4 straight wins for Wild Child Annie. This was a $24,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale.
Number 2 horse, Snazzy S. Millie. Darren Harvey trains for Allen and Leon Miller of Millersburg, Ohio. Make the driver today to Chris Hirschberger. Chris Hirschberger will be driving. He has driven this horse in the past, even to a win at Carrollton, 6 back. This horse is 1 for 6 lifetime, 2 seconds and a third, so 4 or 6 on the board, $10,000 in earnings. Horse that likes to be forwardly placed, does have a bunch of X's on the card. When this young filly by What the Hill reminds her manners, she's pretty good. So we'll see if that happens today.
The number 3 is Peter Butter Cupcake. You gotta love that name.
I love that name.
Vernon Beachy is the trainer. Kurt Sugg gets the drive today. This is an Uncle Peter out of the Master Levesque mare ML Cupcake, owned by the 518 Group of Middlefield, Ohio. Get Up Racing, also of Middlefield, and Ryan Smith of Denison. 4 starts this year. Has not hit the board yet. Was 6th last time out at Scioto Downs, making its first trip to the fairs.
Extra Easy, Larry Claybaugh trains. Larry Claybaugh leases. Turns the lines over to Mark St. Louis today. Source is 0 for 4 on the season. Still looking for that maiden score. Does have 2 second-place finishes, $3,139 in earnings. The 2 lines on the card where this young What the Hill filly stayed trotting, she finished second in both efforts. So same thing here. Who minds their manners is usually who's going to make the money, and she is the longest shot on the board at 6-1.
Well, all of them have some X's on their card, so we'll have to see. Sometimes, like they say, stay flat, not fast.
Getting back to Peanut Butter Cupcake.
Peter Butter
Cupcake. Kind of a tongue twister there. I did some scouting for you. As our listeners know, Frank has much of a sweet tooth, and right underneath the grandstands is a butter beer milkshake.
Ooh.
I don't know how that all goes together, but it says it, and I had to report that back to you. So,
butter beer, isn't that what Harry Potter used to drink? Okay, so there it is. It's probably some Harry Potter concoction. You know, you need to have little kids now who used to read those books. Is your daughter reading it yet? No, not yet. She would enjoy them. Not yet. So I read them all. I have to go back and read them again. You know, just remember, he who shall not be named, Voldemort.
You had to say it. You had to say it.
Hey, okay. It's better than saying, the other guy's name.
Yeah. We're not saying that.
He'll be coming out another month. Yep, another month. The new Beetlejuice movie.
They drive that car up here.
I was watching the preview and laughing, and my wife looked at me and said, "That is so stupid." I said, "No, it's not. It's a great movie." So we're set to go. The car is rolling, and let's send it up to Dave Bianconi.
Doing the steering here in the Northfield Park Auxiliary starting gate. And they're off and trotting from the inside. That is Wild Child Annie leaving alertly. Snazzy as Millie gets away in second. Peter Butter Cupcake is third, and Extra Easy fourth. They line up in program order, which makes it easy for a part-time announcer to call. Thank you, guys. Wild, just stay like that. I appreciate it. Wild Child Annie on the front for Drew Neal. Right there in second is Snazzy as Millie. Gapped out a bit in third then is Peter Butter Cupcake, and Extra Easy is the trailer. These fillies zip past the quarter in 32 seconds flat. And it's Wild Child Annie, this one gunning for her fifth consecutive win. And she's almost halfway home, and she's on the point here for Drew Neal. Wild Child Annie, a length and a half to the good over Snazzy as Millie. Peter Butter Cupcake, content to sit third with Extra Easy in fourth. They're taking my advice as they're still in program order here as they pass the half-mile mark. First to offer on the outside now, here is Peter Butter Cupcake. He's going to challenge after that half in 104.1. But Wild Child Annie is still the one to catch. Peter Butter Cupcake and Kurt Sugg stalking on the outside now up into second. Snazzy as Millie is tucked in third. On the outside fourth is Extra Easy. You can cover this field with a blanket as they head towards three quarters. Wild Child Annie trying to see it through here for Drew Neal. Peter Butter Cupcake is still living on the outside in second. Snazzy as Millie going to need room third, and Extra Easy is within striking distance in fourth. Past three quarters, 136-3. Very entertaining four-horse race here as it's Wild Child Annie now tipping three wide from the back is Extra Easy. Peter Butter Cupcake is still there, and Snazzy as Millie has never found room, but Wild Child Annie has led at every call, and it is Wild Child Annie going to make it 5 in a row for Drew Neal and Rosie Weaver. Wild Child Annie, good-looking 2-year-old, wins it in 2:08 flat. 2:09 flat, excuse me. Couldn't read that digital timer very well.
209 flat. At least Dave Bianconi is entertaining with his race calls.
He is, yeah. It's kind of funny because he's almost like a storyteller up there. Everybody has their own flair, but he just sits there and keeps an open mic and keeps telling you what's on his mind, whether it's the post position, whether it's someone pulling, or what's happening. It's like a storyteller at Mama's house. So good race call. He made it entertaining. We did have double tiered there, 2 in, 2 out, 1, 3, 2. They almost finished in the exact order, but it was Peter Butter Cupcake does split them. 1, 3, 2 unofficial. No doubt about the winner though, Wild Child Annie. She was a little wild in the post parade, but she was well mannered in the race and will get her picture taken for the 5th straight time, 6 of 11 on the season.
And those 6 wins have all come in the last 7 races. The only blemish was the night at Urbana on that sloppy track where they had the Buckeye Stallion Series. She led, but then made a very, very late break and finished 7th. Was on her way to victory there, but made a break on the sloppy track. Earnings now with the win. Over the $20,000 mark, was a $24,000 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale.
And 132 is official back in front of the stands. Your official winner of the 8th, it's the one Wild Child Annie, 2-year-old daughter of Long Tom out of the Lucky Chucky mare Teacher Pat. Trained and co-owned by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, with Heartland Acres of Wahonding, Ohio. Driven to victory here by Drew Neal. That is 5 in a row for Wild Child Annie, all with Drew Neal in the bike. This one a fair terror here this summer.
Fair terror is indeed incorrect.
That's a great way to describe Wild Child Annie. So Wild Child Annie picks up the victory. And so now 6 wins and 11 starts for Wild Child Annie. So 8 in the books. We have now gone to 2/3 of our race cards. Next up, a $13,175 purse, 7 to go to the gate. It's the 3-year-old filly Pace when we return to Burton.
Cool Winds Farm in Lima, Ohio is a full-service standardbred breeding farm. Cool Winds stands the popular dancing Yankee, a two-time world champion, along with 2019 jug winner Southwind Ozzy, the son of Some Beach Somewhere. Cool Winds also stands the royally bred $2 million earning Western Fame. Be sure to inspect the Cool Winds yearlings at the Ohio Selected Jug Sale at Pickaway on Friday, September 13th.
Own a little and love it a lot. Thestable.ca is an award-winning fractional ownership operation. Buy as little as 1% of a racehorse and experience 100% of the thrill. Thestable.ca makes ownership easy, accessible, and affordable. Communication and customer service are at the heart of everything we do. Get started at thestable.ca.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair, the oldest fair in Ohio. Started in 1823. This is year 201 as we get set for our 9th race today. This will be 7 will go to the gate, 5 on the gate, 2 trailers in this race, so we will have 7. Most of the horses are out on the track right now. There are just a couple more still warming up for probably for the 12th. Let's take a look. Corey DeHerman just went by with the number 2 and taking a look, and that is Corey's Trey Rock, which will race in the free-for-all pace today at the end of our day.
Just had Justin Irvine stop by the booth just to say hi to us.
Oh, did he?
Yep, he had 3 wins on today. Said he's excited about tomorrow at Canfield. So anybody listening in the audience, he's got one in tomorrow. So
where did he sneak up from?
I
didn't see him
he
come
came
this
from
way.
behind us.
Okay.
You know, I don't know whether he's up in that stand collecting his checks or whatever up there. But it was nice to see him. He's a great young driver. I think we've got so many good young drivers on the circuit, but he's going to be a future star, and you're going to hear that name for ages to carry on the Irvine tradition.
In race number 8, One Wild Child Annie was the race winner.
Just now giving the rundown for the 8th race.
3 Peter Butter Cupcake was second, and 4 Extra
There you
Easy
go.
was fourth. Top down 1-3. Excuse me, again, top down on the 8th, 1-3-2-4.
So there you go. There's the rundown. 9th race, just one change that we know of. The 6th, Kurt Sugg to drive Beautiful Lather.
The driver Kurt Sugg. Again, Kurt Sugg drives the 6th Beautiful Lather in the 9th.
So horses are out finishing up their final warm-ups and also ready to go to the gate. There, Kurt Sugg now driving by the grandstand with Beautiful Lather. Tomorrow we are at Canfield, 11 o'clock. First race in the morning. Get you all taken care of there. We also have Wasion at 11:30, and then it's you get to start your Labor Day weekend. Well, you really start your Labor Day weekend tonight if you want.
I consider this Labor Day weekend.
Well, I'm already ready to go. Yep.
Again, I'm just very thankful to the powers that be above, and I mean the people high above the grandstands in heaven that left us with some sunshine and dry track for the rest of the evening, because it looked very ominous early on. We battled through it. Steve and Frank did their best to control all the trusty blue tarp that Frank carries along with him. Had he not brought that, we would not be talking to
Exactly.
you. So,
we would have. Home Depot likes me.
I bet you purchase a lot of stuff there all season.
Home Depot, a lot of tarps and a bunch of other places as well. But, yeah, we had a lot of heavy rain came through here. Right about 4:10 is when. What time did you say it started? Maybe
No,
about,
it was early before that. It was like 3:52 or something.
When it started.
Yeah,
and,
because I got here about 1 minute before it started. So it was like 3:52 to about 4:14.
And only delayed. Yeah, we were only delayed about 10 minutes.
That's
it. We got it going, and we were ready to rock and roll. And we are getting ready for this, our 9th race. We have 4 more left on the card, and If they can get these rolled off quickly, we will have a bonus race at the end of the day. It'll be an Amish race. They were scheduled to race first on the card today. They had planned to have a parachuter parachute into the infield for the kickoff things at 4:15. Then the Amish race was going to be at 4:20. But when the rains came, they canceled the parachute jumper, and then they moved the Amish race to the back of the card, depending on how light it is. They do have lights here. The lights have been on. They've got, it looks like they've got, 6 portable lights set up around the track. And then they do have some lights on the front straightaway, and it looks like they might have a couple on the back as well.
Yeah, hopefully that parachuter never got out of that plane, because if he did, he's in Lake Erie right now.
So getting ready for the post-parade. Braden Rhodes out in front of us with SP Dancing with Stars driving for Betty Clegg today. Looks like everybody is out on the track, and they are lining up for our post-parade. Dave Bianconi, the man who does everything over at Northfield Park, is here today as our track announcer.
I would call the Dave Bianconi of the Frank Froz of the OHHA. He does wear a lot of hats over at Northfield. Race secretary, ambassador, part-time race caller, and here's his post parade.
Ninth race, 3-year-old Philly Pacers on the track, going after a purse of $13,175. The 1, Cinderella's Dragon. Chris Hirschberger trains and drives for owner Bob Troyer. 2, Meadowland Bella. Mike Metters conditions for Tina Sudermeister and Tamara Hoovler. Mark St. Louis is in the bike. 3 is Control Flames. Darren Harvey trains for John Miller with Logan Ebersol. 4, Legend and Crest. Corey DeEhrman trains and co-owns with David Kapp. Eric Miller's in the bike. 5, SP Dancing with the Stars. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Braden Rhodes is your pilot. The 6, Beautiful Lather. Ty Lloyd trains and co-owns with David Wills and DJ Gregory. Kurt Sugg, driver change on the 6. Again, Kurt Sugg will drive the 6. And the 7, Mocha Time. James Day trains and drives for owners Power Play Racing. Still time to bet the 7th. You've got Win, Play, Show, Perfecta, Quinella, and Trifecta. Get to those windows because they'll be behind the gate very soon.
Let's tell you about these 3-year-old Philly Pacers. The number 1, Cinderella's Dragon. Chris Hirschberger drives and trains for Bob Troyer. This filly is by the Ponderosa out of the McMary again by Dragon again. 3 wins in 18 starts, lifetime 7 wins in 33 starts, earnings of $47,446.
The 2-horse Meadowland Bella. Mike Metters trains. Tina and Tamara, Tina Suttersmeyer and Tamara Hoovler own this horse. Mark St. Louis in the sulky today. 3-9 on the season. Did not start as a 2-year-old. Only started this year. Does have a qualifying mark. Actually, a parimutuel mark of 56 down Scioto. Don't sell too short here. This horse did made a bobble and broken equipment last time out. Prior to that, 2 back, though, went right down the highway and scored in 59. So
the number 3 is Control Flames. Logan Ebersol drives for Darren Harvey, who trains for owner John Miller. This is a Dancing Yankee out of Sapphira Flames. 15 starts this year, 3 wins, 2 seconds. Did not win as a 2-year-old. Went 0 for 5, but now seems to have everything going her way.
4-horse Legend and Crest, another daughter of the great damn Trey Crest, who's thrown a ton of good ones. Corey DeEhrman trains. David Kapp and Corey DeEhrman own this horse. Eric Miller in the sulky today. Look at last year's earnings. $65,000, 9 of 18. Picked right up this year. 2 of 6. Hasn't made as much, about $8,200. Has a mark of 55 as a 2-year-old, 56 as a 3-year-old. This is a nice sleeper play in here at 15-1.
The number 5 is SP Dancing with Stars. Braden Rhodes drives for Betty Clegg, who owns the Dancing Yankee out of Angelic Star. Has hit the board in 23 of 34, 9 wins, 10 seconds, 4 thirds, $52,000 on the card this year. Was a winner at Wellington back on August 18th.
6-horse, Beautiful Lather. Ty Lloyd trains for Willis, Coad, Grafton, and Gregory. Kurt Sugg gets the drive today. This is your prohibitive favorite, currently at 4-5. But just like J.H. Hill, does have to overcome that outside post, but made $109,000 last year. Certainly the one to beat with a 52-4 mark.
And the number 7 starting from the second tier is Mocha Time. James Day drives, trains for Power Play Racing. This is a big risk out of the mare Sam. Still looking for that first career win, 0 for 8. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for a call of our 9th.
Mocha Time, the trailer here in the 9th. And they're off and pacing. Mocha Time on a break, but moving away well. That is Meadowland Bella. Meadowland Bella quickly to the front. SP Dancing with the Stars also left alertly. She's on the outside second. Closing up that hole in third is Cinderella's Dragon. Dropping in fourth then is Beautiful Lather, followed by Legend and Cress. Gapped out in fifth is Control Flames, and your trailer is Mocha Time. So it is Meadowland Bella on the point for St. Louis. SP Dancing with the Stars going to take the pocket trip there as they pass the quarter in 31-2. It's another length and a quarter back to Cinderella's Dragon in third. Right tight fourth is Beautiful Lather, followed by Legend and Cress, and now Control Flames and Mocha Time have also caught up with the rest of the field. But they're still all chasing Meadowland Bella. She has led every step. Right there in second is SP Dancing with the Stars. On the outside now challenging in third, you will find Beautiful Lather as they pass the half-mile mark in 103 flat. Comfortable lead, though, here for Meadowland Bella. Meadowland Bella and Mark St. Louis are trying to see this one through. Beautiful Lather is going to have to do more on the outside for Sugg. That one does slowly grind up. Trapped in the pocket is SP Dancing with the Stars. Heading towards three quarters, it is still Meadowland Bella. Beautiful Lather does come a little closer now with SP Dancing with the Stars begging for room. Second over fourth, you'll find Legend and Crest. Three quarters, an honest 133-2 on this track, and it is still Meadowland Bella. She has led at every call, trying to get home for St. Louis. Beautiful Lather's been outside a long way. She's still there in second. SP Dancing with the Stars begging for room, but they will not catch Meadowland Bella. Meadowland Bella wins it over SP Dancing with the Stars, Beautiful Lather, and Cinderella's Dragon. Time of that mile, 2:03 flat.
2:03 flat for your winner, Meadowland Bella. Goes off at 21-1.
Yeah, I really like this one. I mentioned that in the rundown. This horse was a nice overlay and made a mistake last time out, and I thought she was one of the main threats, the 2 and the 4 to the 6 here. And great drive by Mark St. Louis. Again, got to give a lot of credit to these young guys when I see it. Grabbed the racetrack, really backed into him. Came a back half in a minute flat, if the 103 to the half, and finished in 2:03 flat. That's a pretty nice mile today. Those are a couple nice fillies on her bumper, but for those locals that have played that, 21-1, you'll at least get $42 back on your winning ticket here. Probably some good minor rewards. 256 unofficial.
Unofficial top three.
So there you go, Meadowland Bella.
The infield is right. Meadowland Bella is going to blow it up. 21-1.
21-1. The tote board says right now, and coming around is your winner, Mark St. Louis Jr., the leading driver on the fair circuit this year in the Buckeye State. Drives Meadowland Bella to her fourth win in 10 starts this year. Did not race as a 2-year-old. Owned by Tina Sudemeister of Pataskala and Tamara Hoovler of Pataskala. And here is your winner. Making her way back.
And 256 is official. 256 here in race number 9. Back to the winner's circle is the 2 Meadowland Bella, 3-year-old daughter of Well Said out of the Stonebridge Regal mare Meadowland Lindy Lou. Trained by Mike Metters for owner Tina Sudermeister of Pataskala, Ohio, and Tamala Hoover, also of Pataskala. Driven to victory here by Mark St. Louis. Win number 4 on the season for Meadowland Bella, and she is going to pay her backers handsomely here if you had a win ticket on her in race number 9.
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have one of those win tickets on her, but some people here in attendance did. Still a good crowd in our grandstand. And picking up the win was Meadowland Bella. We'll wait and get the rest of the rundown from there. $45 to win, 9 to place, $210 to show. The Exacta and the Quinella uncovered. But the trifecta, 256, paid $54.
2 Meadowland Bella, the race winner. 3 Control Flames was 5th. 4 Legend and Crest was 6th. 5 Dancin' with the Stars was 2nd. 6 Beautiful Lather 3rd. 7 Mocha Time was 7th. Top down 415 6237. $45 winner there in race 9. Who says it's all chalk at the Burton Fair? Let's go.
So there you go, your winner, Meadowland Bella. 4th win in 10 starts this year. 2nd went to the number 5 SP Dancin' with Stars. 11th time that horse has finished in 2nd, does have 9 wins on the card. And the number 6 Beautiful Lather finishes 3rd, hits the board for the 8th time in 13 starts. So we will take a break as we head down the home stretch, our 10th of 12 coming up when we return to the Geauga County Fair in Burton.
For over 50 years, Midland Acres has provided top-quality Ohio-bred colts and fillies. As a third-generation farm, we understand the importance of delivering well-cared-for and well-mannered yearlings. Get in the winner's circle with the yearlings by Fear the Dragon, Yankee Cruiser, Long Tom, Summa Cum Laude, Ready for Money, and Bit of a Legend. See our yearlings at the Blooded Horse Sale August 27th and the Ohio Select Sale September 13th.
With more than 300,000 horses in Ohio, the economic impact of the equine industry in the state is over $2.8 billion. Much of that value comes from standardbred horse owners, breeders, trainers, and drivers who participate in the sport of harness racing. The mission of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association is to preserve, protect, promote, and serve the entire standardbred industry in Ohio and beyond. To learn more about the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association, go to ohha.com. That's ohha.com.
Welcome back to Burton, Ohio. Frank Froz, Don Tiger, Steve Ulrich with you today, bringing you all the action from the Cuyahoga County Fair, or pardon me, the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio. And glad to have everybody along tonight. Tomorrow we will be just down the road in Canfield, Ohio for the Mahoning County Fair. Looking forward there. Woody Woolham's there, the head of the Home Talent Colt Stakes, takes care of us there, and we'll see our good friend Roger Houston driving back from Virginia he'll do the race calls tomorrow.
That's a fun fair. I don't know the statistics, but I believe I was told that they get upwards of almost, like for the whole week, 1 million people or something.
It is one of the biggest fairgrounds, the biggest fairs I've ever been to. I was a couple years ago. I got there early and just walked around, and it is just
massive.
It is, and it's one of those great fairs that if you ever get a chance, get up there. Their motto is something to crow about, and that they do. They can crow a lot about everything they have there. I mean, the number of food vendors, it all goes back to food. I mean, the number of food vendors is just amazing.
Yeah, huge place. I always love to tell this story. My first broadcast that I ever did for the OHHA, I got about there a half hour, 40 minutes before post, and it took me a half hour to get to the grandstand from my parking. They have 20 gates, folks, to go in, and when you park, you're still a mile or two away from the grandstand. I mean, it's massive. It's literally, I don't want to say the middle of nowhere, but it's very aptly put because plenty of ways in and out, plenty of parking. And a lot of folks go there. I know they've had a lot of people there, but Justin Irvine, when he stopped by the booth to say hi to us, he was excited. He said that's one of his favorite places to race. Last year, 53-3 over there, too, at the Canfield Fair, new mark from the Tan Man. So see some snapping miles over there, great racing. They have good betting. I met a gentleman here today, and I've seen him at 2 or 3 of our other prior broadcasts. I think he's been on a little journey. He was at Canton yesterday. He said that he won't be there then, but he'll be there Monday. But some good betting, some good wagering, and definitely if you can make it out, come out and get your passport stamped with your horseshoe. See us. I don't know, do we have Wiener dog races tomorrow?
I don't know if those are tomorrow or if those are on Monday.
We had those once on a Saturday, and I literally had, we always do our production in the middle of the grandstand. I literally had someone sitting beside me, front of me, and behind me. So there was no room anywhere. It was standing room only pretty much there.
Justin with one drive tomorrow. That'll be in the first race, so a short day for Justin unless he picks up a couple of catch drives later in the card.
Nice thing about Burton today here, we've got a lot of railbirds out here. Every race we've got about 20 to 50 people down along the rail getting a quick and up close and personal view of our entrance today. We've got a good Amish contingent too, a lot of youngsters coming out to cheer on their friends for the Amish race. You heard that correctly. We've got bonus coverage here for you today if you're just joining us. We've got 3 more program races, and we've got an extra special Amish race. Won't be able to tell you a lot of the contestants, but we will be able to bring it to you, and it's a pretty good race, a lot of fun.
Well, we got JJ's rocking with Marlon Miller.
Oh, we do got a program.
Beacon Sealster with Henry Miller, racing for Aber, Jacob Miller, Tyler Albert, Myron Weaver will drive, Alvin the Monkey, Stephen Mullet, and Gamebred with Seth Miller. The alternate is Patty the Third. James Byler will drive. Best time among these is Beacon Sealster, 2:09. And looks like we'll call it 2/5 because they've got it right down to the 100th. So we'll call it that. But if you're going to go on a name, I'm going for Alvin the Monkey. You just got to like Alvin the Monkey.
Got to like Alvin the Monkey.
So we'll see what happens with that race coming up. Horses are on the track getting ready for this, the 10th. Big night down at Scioto Downs tonight, too, as we have the Ohio Veterans Championships going down. 4 $85,000 championships, including the Veterans Pace, and Don Tiger's Charlie May will be racing in that a little later this evening.
Drew Neal, please get the one on the track.
Charlie did not have a good draw again. So he'll be starting in the 6 hole or the 7, I think.
6 hole, 6 to 7.
6 to 7.
It's a compact field, though, so like in that, you're not. Ideally, you always want to draw inside in races, but I mean, if you're drawing 6 hole in a 9 horse field, it's a little different than a 6 hole in a 7 horse field. He'll find his way around there today. Good group of horses. Seafire's been really racing extremely well. Act Fast just won at Northfield in the 2 back in the Myron Charn, I believe it is. I'm not positive, but that was the state bred race. So good culmination. There's some nice fillies over there today. We've got 4 divisions total, but here's the post parade for race 10 first.
10th race trotters on the track. Be on parade in front of the grandstand here momentarily. These are 3-year-old Colt and Gelding trotters going for a very handsome purse of $13,200. And the one is Smooth Talkin'. Rosie Weaver trains for herself, Heartland Acres, and Cabby D. Drew Neal's in the bike. The 2 is Scratch. 3 is Count CC. John Oliverio trains and co-owns with David Weaver. Logan Logan Ebersol's in the bike, and do note Count Cece will race with trotting hobbles. 4 is Dublin Rockin' Jerry, Herman Hagerman for Hagerman Racing, and Anthony Miller. Mark St. Louis in the bike. 5 is Bridgewater Boy. Chris Hirschberger trains and drives for Flying Hooves Farm. And finally, the 6 is Sweet Vacation. Charlie Myrick trains and drives for Second Chance Stable Incorporated. It is post time here for the 10th. Last call to wager, race number 10. You got it.
So there you go. There is the field for the 10th. The number 1 is Smooth Talkin'. Drew Neal drives for Rosie Weaver, who co-owns along with Heartland Acres and Cabby D. This is a What the Hill out of the Conway Hall mare. Time to Talk has hit the board in 12 of 14 this year with 6 wins, earnings over $44,000. Finished second at Hicksville, was a winner at Napoleon, and a winner at Croton the race before that.
2-horse Smoke It Steady has been withdrawn. Takes us to the 3-horse Count CC. We do have an equipment change here, not in your program. Count CC will wear trotting hobbles today. Trained by John Oliverio, owned by John Oliverio with David Weaver. Logan Ebersol in the sulky today. Sources 2-11 of the season, 6 of 11 on the board, 17,000 a mark at Northfield, and 2 of 1 and 3. Shows breaks in the last 2. Actually shows breaks in all 4 charted lines in the program. Still was able to win one of those victories, and it was a big $12,000 pot. Minds his manners can be a factor.
The number 4 is Dublin Rockin' Jerry. Mark St. Louis Jr. drives for Herman Hagerman. This is an enterprise out of the Cadabra mare Magic Dancing. Anthony Miller and Hagerman Racing own. 24 starts on the year, 9 wins, 2 seconds. Has earned almost $40,000, was a $24,000 purchase at the Ohio Select Sale. A winner the last 2 at Mount Gilead and at Wellington.
5-horse Bridgewater Boy. Chris Hirschberger trains for Flying Hooves Farm. Chris Hirschberger is also in the sulky today. 0 for 6, hasn't hit the board yet, only made $1,100. Still looking at this youngster to grow and learn his way. Rank outsider today at 40-1.
The number 6 is Sweet Vacation. Charlie Myrick drives and trains for Second Chance Stable. This is a gelding by Creatine out of the Dream Vacation mare Short Vacation. 18 starts, still looking for the first win of the year. Has a lifetime mark of 209 and 3. Took that at Painesville last year. Last time out, 4th at Wellington. It was a $13,500 purchase at the Buckeye Classic sale. So that's the field. Heading up the back stretch, the Northfield Park starting gate, waiting to move forward. They will be racing at MGM Northfield Park tomorrow night. And the
last look
to move.
Last look at the tote board. Smooth Talking, even money. Go with 4 horses, 7 to 5. So the locals can't really decide between the 2. Those look to your 2 main contenders. We're going to send it up to the backup track announcer, or part-time track announcer as he calls himself, David Bianconi, for the call of race number 10.
Field of 5 behind the gate. They're often trotting away well from the center of the pack. That is Dublin Rockin' Jerry, and along the inside, Smooth Talkin'. And Smooth Talkin' will use that inside lane to his advantage. He grabs the lead. Dublin Rockin' Jerry content to sit second. Gap of 4 then back to Sweet Vacation, who is third, followed by Count Cece, and off of an early break, Bridgewater Boy is the trailer. But Smooth Talkin' is on the point here for Drew Neal. Nose to helmet. In second is Dublin Rockin' Jerry for Mark St. Louis. Closing the gap in third now is Sweet Vacation with Count Cece. and still out of it at the back is Bridgewater Boy. They went that opening panel in 32-1. And it is the ultra consistent Smooth Talkin'. This one's been first or second basically all summer long, and looks like he's headed that way again as he is going to lead them past the half here. Smooth Talkin' on the point. Dublin Rockin' Jerry getting the good trip in second. Sweet Vacation trying to remain in striking distance third with Count CC and Bridgewater Boy. The half in 104-2. So very even 32-1 opening frames here for Smooth Talkin'. Smooth Talkin' cruising on the lead. Dublin Rockin' Jerry's going to pull the pocket and make a move. Dublin Rockin' Jerry with a quick look outside of the pocket, and that one's going to take a shot at the leader. On the outside third now is Sweet Vacation. Count CC moving up in fourth, but as they approach three-quarters, it is still Smooth Talkin'. He's a half length to the good now as they pass the three-quarter mile mark in 1:36. It is Smooth Talkin' to this point, holding off Dublin Rockin' Jerry. Sweet Vacation is much further back in third. So we're down to these two. It's Smooth Talkin' and Dublin Rockin' Jerry, and Smooth Talkin' is going to be very tough to catch. Smooth Talkin' looking very good here, opening up in the lane for Drew Neal. Smooth Talkin', Drew Neal, and Rosie Weaver going to score again, winning it handily over Dublin Rockin' Jerry and Sweet Vacation. Time of that mile is 2:07 flat.
Smooth Talkin' with Drew Neal in the bike for trainer Rosie Weaver, wins for the 7th time this year. As they went up the back stretch, Dublin Rockin' Jerry, Mark St. Louis popped the plugs, tried to pull alongside but could not, and Smooth Talkin' put away Dublin Rockin' Jerry and drew away to win in 2:07.
Yeah, good race. Dublin Rockin' Jerry got flushed out a little earlier than he wanted to, right past the half. Sweet Vacation and Charlie Meyer kind of forced the issue for that one to pull. They battled down the backside, but Smooth Talkin' held that one at bay, kept a good half a length to a length margin, and in the lane did draw off. Wagering public here ended up jumping on the 4. Dublin Rockin' Jerry ended up going off the betting favorite at 3-5. So for those Smooth Talkin' backers, and this horse has not been more than 4-5 in any of the races on the book. Any of his races on the book goes off 7-5 today, so you'll get at least 480 for anyone on track that did bet the one horse, Smooth Talkin'.
Sweet Vacation and Charlie Myrick finished third in the race. So your winner, making its way back around to the winner's circle, is Drew Neal and Smooth Talkin'. And coming the other way, the golf cart with the Weaver crew. Rosie Weaver and her entourage get there to greet them at the winner's circle.
Unofficial winner of the 10th. That is the one. It is now official. It is official now, 146. And Smooth Talkin' is back in front of the stands. He's a 3-year-old gelded son of What the Hill out of the Conway Hall mare, Time to Talk. Trained and co-owned by Rosie Weaver of Beach City, Ohio, with Heartland Acres of Walhonding, Ohio, and Cabby D LLC of my hometown of Hudson. Driven to victory here by Drew Neal. That's a driving and training double for Drew Neal and Rosie Weaver, respectively, here at Burton.
Rosie Weaver picks up a couple of wins. She is in a neck-to-neck battle with Betty Clegg for the top trainer on the Ohio County Fair circuit. So a couple of wins today for Rosie Weaver will draw her a little bit closer. Smooth Talkin' was your winner, and finishing second was Dublin Rockin' Jerry. Sweet Vacation was third. We were telling you about the Veterans Championships at Scioto Downs tonight. The Veterans Championship for the horse and gelding trotters is in the books. The Mighty Hill goes gate to wire in 152-4 to win for trainer Jeff Smith. His son Trevor Smith was in the bike for the victory. Here's the official order of victory.
Top down, number 1, Smooth Talkin', the race winner. 2 is scratched. 3, Count CC was 5th. 4, Dublin Rockin' Jerry 2nd. 5, Bridgewater Boy 4th. 6, Sweet Vacation was third. Again, top down, we got a 1 scratch 5, 2, 4, 3 on the bottom. 11th race is up next. It's start of the late daily double. Again, late daily double wagering here, the winner of the 11th and the winner of the 12th. You can put that in any time before the start of race 11. Again, this 11th race, the start of the late double.
So the veterans, the rest of the veterans will take place later tonight. Races 10, 11, and 13 on the schedule at Scioto Downs tonight. So we are up to our 11th race of the night. A couple of drivers change. Braden Rhodes will drive Cinder Lane Cruiser for Betty Clegg. And also driving for Betty, it'll be Jason Thompson. He'll have the lines for In His Time when we return to Burton right after this.
Mark your calendar for the new and exciting North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. Tuesday, December 17th at the Mount Hope Event Center in Mount Hope, Ohio. Broodmares, broodmare prospects, racehorses, and stallion shares. Pedigrees announced by Ed Teefee and Gabe Pruitt. Online bidding, clean, heated facility. The North American Standard Bred Mix Sale. A live auction to see quality horses with industry-leading pedigrees. Tuesday, December 17th in Mount Hope, Ohio. Entries open September 5th.
With more than 300.
The future is bright in Ohio. Ohio Sire Stakes, Buckeye Stallion Series, 66 county and independent fairs. Whether it's the Ohio Sire Stakes, the Buckeye Stallion Series, or the county fairs, Ohio has a place for your racehorse. This year, Ohio breds are racing for nearly $23 million in stakes purses. Be part of the winning. Breed, buy, race, win in Ohio.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, as we get set for this, our 11th race on the night. We will have 6 3-year-old Colt Pacers to go behind the gate for $13,190. And as we pointed out, we've got a number of the Amish horses, and young men are out there warming up right now. And so as we get set,
You can see them on the backside right there. Yep. There's a big contingent on there. Steve is going to put those into your screen. Those are the horses warming up for the Amish race. You might say, well, what's the Amish race? Well, it might not be in your program online. It is on the program here on track. But we've got bonus coverage for you. We're going to bring you 2 more parimutuel races, and then we're going to bring you an extra race, which is the local Amish guys in at least a 6-horse field after our race card. So stay with us for that.
$1,000
up for grabs,
up
right?
for grabs.
There you go.
So as we get set for the 11th, 6 of them will go to the gate. 5 on the gate, or all 6 will be on the gate. We score 6 across here today. And they are all, our 6 look like most of them are on the track. Fence down in front. A lot of folks gathering in front to check out the drivers for the Amish race. And we will have that for you as bonus coverage tonight.
Yeah, something's going on upstairs in the booth.
I'm not sure. We'll keep an eye on that. So.
Well,
So wait for the post parade here. We'll have that coming up shortly.
Nice field. We always like one dash for the cash, and that's this one, $13,190. 3-year-old Colt Pacers. 2 changes. Again, Braden Rhodes drives the 3 Cinder Lane Cruiser. 5-horse In His Time. Jason Thompson. Nick Clegg not here today. Turns the lines over to these 2 guys. So we'll see exactly how that unfolds.
All right, drivers, if we could get in numerical order here.
So here comes the post parade for the 11th.
Start of the late daily double.
As the number 1 is all the way, Treetop Flyer is all the way in the back stretch, so we'll have to wait for them to work their way all the way around. Getting to the point of dusk, they do have lights. They've got a number of lights in the front stretch that kind of light the Demolition Derby pit. And then they've got portable lighting set up around the track. And let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for the call.
11th race Pacers are going to be on parade here momentarily. 11th race, these are 3-year-old Colt and Gelding Pacers. Purse $13,190. It's the start of the late daily double. 1 is Treetop Flyer. Claire Umholtz trains for Umholtz Racing Stable and Kennedy Sports LLC. Logan Ebersol is your driver. 2 is SM Hugo. Mike Metters trains and co-owns with Tina Sudermeister. Clifton Bell is in the bike. 3, Cinder Lane Cruiser. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Driver change to Braden Rhodes. 4, Dancing Across the USA. Christina Hager owns and trains. Chris Hirschberger is your pilot. 5, In His Time. Betty Clegg owns and trains. Driver change to Jamario Wilson. And the 6th, Venusian Dragon. Jeff Mallets for owners Gerald Orico and Vincent Mallets. Mark St. Louis is in the bike. It's post time for the 11th. Last call to bet. Late double, Perfecta Quinella, Trifecta, Win Play Show available here in race 11.
So let's tell you about these horses here in the 11th. The number 1 Treetop Flyer, Logan Ebersol drives for Claire Umholtz. This is a homebred for Umholtz Racing and Kennedy Sports. A Racing Hill out of the mare Champagne Tonight has hit the board in 9 of 18 this year. 5 wins, earnings over $28,000, a winner last time out at Wellington.
2-horse SM Hugo. Mike Metters trains and co-owns with Tina Sudermeister. Clifton Bell gets the call in the sulky today. Unlike his previous runner and a couple of races prior, Metters that did win, this one's 0 for 12 on the year, still looking to try to find his fitting.
The number 3 is Cinder Lane Cruiser. Braden Rhodes drives for Betty Clegg, who owns this Yankee Cruiser out of the mare Dream Like Me, Ivy. 28 starts this year, 5 wins, 7 seconds, 3 thirds, earnings of $34,000. Was a winner 3 back at Napoleon.
4-horse Dancing Across the USA. Christina Hager owns and trains this one. Chris Hirschberger gets the lines. 0 for 8 on the season, does have a second place finish and 2 third place finishes. $4,000 in earnings. Another horse that's been hanging around the tickets, but still hasn't really kicked the door in, still looking for that first win.
The number 5 is In His Time. Jason Thompson drives for Betty Clegg. This is a Fear the Dragon. 20 starts this year, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 5 thirds. Has earned over $17,000.
6-horse Venusian Dragon. Jeff Mallets trains. Gerald Orico and Vincent Mallets own this one. Mark St. Louis Jr. in the sulky today. 0 for 12. Another one still looking for a first win on the season. Does have 2 second place finishes, 1 third place finish. $4,500 in earnings. Does get the far outside post here. A little bit of a tall task at 19-1.
Starting gate is starting to roll for our penultimate race of the day. This is the 3-year-old Colt Pace going for $13,190. Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for the call of the 11th.
11th race pacers all in line. They're off and pacing. It's Dancing Across the USA, just pushing the gate away for Chris Hirschberger. Now leaving alertly inside of that one are Cinderlane Cruiser and SM Hugo. Treetop Flyer also there. It's a rush into the opening turn, but shooting the gap is SM Hugo. Makes the front momentarily, but Cinderlane Cruiser is also pressing on the outside, and it will be Cinderlane Cruiser winning the early battle, as that one will take over as they approach the quarter. SM Hugo is back to second. Treetop Flyer is third. Then Dancing Across the USA fourth, with In His Time and Venusian Dragon. Opening panel in a daily fastest 30 seconds flat. So lively clip here on the off-fair track for Cinderlane Cruiser. Right there in the pocket in second, you'll find SM Hugo. Taking a look from third now is Treetop Flyer. Closing from the back of the pack, here comes Venusian Dragon in the outer flow. But as they approach the half, it's Cinderlane Cruiser. He will zip past the half-mile marker in 1:02.1. So slowed it down a bit in that second panel. Now Treetop Flyer is on the attack on the outside first over. That one into second. Tucked along the rail in third is SM Hugo. Fourth is Dancing Across the USA with Venusian Dragon and In His Time. But as they approach three quarters, it is still Cinderlane Cruiser. That one trying to see it through. SM Hugo is second. Treetop Flyer, the favorite's going to have to do much more on the outside as they hit the 3/4 mile mark in 1:33.1. Cinderlane Cruiser and Braden Rhodes are almost home. SM Hugo, the one with the best shot right now, but Cinderlane Cruiser is opening up. Cinderlane Cruiser is going to take the 11th here. The race is for place as they hit the top of the stretch. It is Cinderlane Cruiser on cruise control. Closing for second is Treetop Flyer with SM Hugo third, but Cinderlane Cruiser will win it 3-1-2 here in race 11.
There you go. Cinderlane Cruiser and Braden Rhodes picks up a win for Betty Clegg. 6th win of the year for the 3-year-old gelding by Yankee Cruiser out of the If I Can Dream mare, Dream Like Me Ivy.
Yeah, nice effort today. Braden Rhodes went right down the highway, didn't take any prisoners here. Nice wire-to-wire effort. Had a nice snug hold of this one crossing the wire, and did go off second choice here. The wagering public landed on Treetop Flyer. There was nothing wrong. That horse had some really nice lines, but Cinderlane Cruiser, well, she had some nice lines too, or he had some nice lines too, and he will return the backers here in Burton at least $8 as he's a $3-1 proposition. Nice effort, nice catch drive, and probably another horse moving up in the fair point standings.
So Cinderlane Cruiser, your winner. Finishing second was Treetop Flyer, and third was SM Hugo. Opened it with a brisk 30-second first quarter, the fastest of the day. Drag out between races. Here comes the Clegg crew.
And it is official.
There you go.
1-2. Heading back to the winner's circle is Cinderlane Cruiser. He has kept a very busy dance card this week. Just a few days ago at Mount Gilead on the August 27th, he was second. Yesterday at Canton, he won, and he wins today at Burton. So quite a week for Cinderlane Cruiser, a 3-year-old gelded son of Yankee Cruiser out of the If I Can Dream mare, Dream Like Me Ivy. Owned and trained by Betty Clegg of Northfield, Ohio, and well handled here by Braden Rhodes.
Well, the one thing missing from this winner's circle picture are the Cleggs, Nick Clegg and Betty. I knew Nick was off all his drives, did not know Betty was not here as well, so they must have something going on. But Bill Rhodes helping out tonight. His son Braden picks up the win, and here's the order of finish.
Flyer was second, 2 SM Hugo third, 3 Cinderlane Cruiser the race winner. Ford dancing across the USA was 4th. 5 in his time was 6th. 6 Venusian Dragon was 5th. Top down, we got a 2, 3, 1, 4, 6, 5. As we clip ahead to race number 12, final race on the card. It's the Paul Harris Memorial. Couple of changes in the 12th. The 5 Mulligan Filly is scratched, and we have a driver change on the 6 Mancino. Make the driver Logan Ebersol.
So the 11th is in the books. One more to go. It's the free-for-all pace, the Paul Harris Memorial in memory of Paul Harris. A field of 7 now scratched down to 6 with Mulligan Filly not in the race. One driver change. Logan Ebersol will drive the number 6 Mancino when we return to the Geauga County Fair in Burton for our last race of the day.
At Ohio State's Galbraith Equine Center, our veterinary champions are here for your champions 24/7, 365 days a year. Our expert team of boarded surgeons, sports medicine and rehabilitation specialists, together with veterinary cardiologists, internal medicine, and ophthalmologists, make our hospital your best resource for all sport horse performance issues. The Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center's Galbraith Equine Hospital. Call us today at 614-292-6661. When you need supplies for your horse, one name stands out: Big D's. Since 1976, Big D's Tack and Vet Supply has been the equine experts you can trust. Whatever your horse needs is available at Big D's Tack and Vet Supply. Visit the retail outlet in Streetsboro, Ohio, or order online at bigdweb.com for fast shipping. Most orders ship that day. Or call 1-800-321-2142. Big D's Tack and Vet Supply.
Welcome back to the Geauga County Fair in Burton, Ohio, as we get set for our 12th race, the free-for-all pace. This in memory of Paul Harris, who tragically passed away earlier this year. Send the condolences out to Mr. Harris's family and friends. And we are waiting for the horses to come on to the track for this, the 12th race. Following this race, we're going to have bonus coverage for everybody. Stick around. We will have the Amish race that will take place following our 12th race. And I'm sure they will get that race going immediately after our 10th. Right now, waiting for the 6 horses to make it onto the track. Looks like we've got 1 or 2 of them out there right now. Well, we have hit dusk here at the Geauga County Fair.
Yeah, it's right on cue because they said no, it does not, no more light after 8 p.m. in the Northeast, and it's 7:58, so we have officially hit dusk.
You know it's no good when it's getting dark at 8:30. That's just not fun.
Number 2, Trey Rock, make the driver Eric Miller. Again, Eric Miller will drive the
another driver change. Eric Miller will drive the number 2, Trey Rock, for trainer Corey DeEhrman.
Additional changes in here. A 5 Mulligan Filly has been withdrawn. Will not participate. 6 Mancino, make the driver Logan Ebersol. Logan Ebersol will drive Mancino. Currently, we've got co-4 to 5 favorites, Trey Rock and Last Bet. For the locals here, I really like Trey Rock in this spot. This horse has been nothing but spectacular in her young career. And Frank knows I love the getaway feature free-for-all race. Although it's technically not the getaway feature because we've got the Amish race after it. But we'll still use that excitement because I like the free-for-all pace. And that's what this is, because you've got fillies. You've got a 10-year-old gelding, a 4-year-old mare, a 6-year-old gelding, a 9-year-old gelding, 8-year-old gelding, and a 4-year-old gelding. So you got some horses still learning the game, some horses getting ready for closer to the end of the game. But fun race, very, very fun race.
We've got one horse in here who's earned over $450,000 and another horse who hasn't even earned $25,000 yet. And that's what makes these free-for-all paces and trots, when we have them, a great race. 5 of the 6 are out on the track, still waiting for one more to make their way out. And I can see that horse making its way now towards the draw gate to come on up. making its way to the track. Looks like it's the number 1, RJP. So once RJP hops onto the track, we will get a post parade and get them going. Did turn out to be a very pleasant evening. It was very hot today. This was the front that they had talked about 2-3 days ago, that once it came through sometime before the weekend started through Ohio, it was going to drop temperatures, the humidity was going to drop, and it was going to be very, very pleasant for the Labor Day weekend. And it came zipping through here.
Yeah, unfortunately, you never know when to plan that. And it was we went through a deluge and about 20-25 minutes of downpour, but track's in great condition now. Tons of fans still out here. We're really filled in at the fair here. We've got cars parked everywhere. It was a great card. We got 11 races in so far. We've got 1 to go here. Then after that, we've got bonus coverage, and here's the post parade.
All right, we're ready for the final race of the day, the Paul Harris Memorial. 1 is RJP. Jamie Noble owns, reins, and trains. 2, Trey Rock. Corey DeAirman trains and co-owns with David Kapp. Driver change here to Eric Miller. 3, Last Bet. Stacy Curry owns, reins, and trains. 4 is Party's Jet. Jamario Wilson owns, reins, and trains. The 5 is scratched. 6, Mancino. James Day trains for Power Play Racing. Driver change to Logan Eversole. And the 7, Mo and Mo Ready. James Day trains and drives for owner Hannah Day. Post time here for the 12th. Last call to get even here on County Fair Day at Burton. Last race of the meet here at the Geauga County Fair. Still time to get all that money back. Get to the windows, folks.
Try to get all that money back. Here are the horses for the 12th. The number 1 is RJP. Jamie Noble drives, trains, and owns this 10-year-old gelding by Some Beach Somewhere. This year, 23 starts, 3 wins, a second and 2/3. Lifetime has earned $458,000, has 33 wins and 212 starts. Last time it found the winning circle was up at Buffalo Raceway on July 20th.
Two-horse Trey Rock. Corey Derriman trains for David Kapp, and Corey Derriman co-owns. Eric Miller gets the call today. Make that driver change. Trey Rock made just shy of $100,000 last year, 11 for 31. This year, only 1 for 9. Does have a win at Carrollton. Has been participating in some of these free-for-all paces. She just stands out as the horse to beat here, and the public is jumped right on board at 3-5.
The number 3 is Last Bet. Stacy Curry drives, trains, and owns this 6-year-old gelding by Better's Delight. 24 starts, 2 wins, 3 seconds, 7/3, earnings of $18,206. Lifetime, a 21-time winner and 125 starts, earnings over $180,000. Has finished 3rd his last 4 starts.
Party's Jet. Mario Wilson trains and drives for Jamario Wilson. 1 for 29 on the year, $7,000 in earnings. Lifetime, though, 237,000 starts, 99,000 a mark at 53 at Hawthorne.
The number 5, Mulligan's Filly, has been withdrawn. The number 6 is Mancino. James Day trains. Logan Eversole will drive for Power Play Racing. 1 win in 18 starts. Lifetime, 18 wins in 223 starts.
7, Momo and Ready. 1 for 22. James Day trains and drives for Hannah Day. We'll start from the second tier. Rank outsider today at 50-1.
Let's send it to Dave Bianconi for the call of the 12th.
Yeah, trailer here in race number 12. They're off and pacing from the rail. RJP, it leaves alertly for Jamie Noble. Trey Rock is there between horses. Moving up from the second tier, that is Mo and Mo Ready. But it is RJP in command as they come out of the first turn. Hung on the outside second, that is Trey Rock with Mo and Mo Ready. Party's Jet is away in 4th, followed by Last Bet, and your trailer is Mancino. As they head towards the quarter, a bit of a speed duel here In the closer, it is RJP not yielding to Trey Rock. These two are going to go at it as they pass the quarter in 31-1. RJP and Jamie Noble, he wants the point with the veteran. Trey Rock, I believe the favorite, hung on the outside second. Mo and Moretti enjoying the view from third. Then you have Party's Jet fourth with Last Bet and Mancino. But as they approach the half, these two are still going at it, nose to nose. RJP on the inside, Trey Rock on the outside as they hit the half-mile mark in 1:02 flat. Still cruising along in the pocket third is Mo and Moretti. Now moving up on the outside, that is Last Bet. Between horses is Party's Jet. Now moving up from the trailing position is Mancino. Trey Rock is still there on the outside. He's trying to get by RJP. He's got about a head advantage as they head towards three quarters. It's Trey Rock outside, RJP inside. These two have gone at it for 3/4 of a mile. Now tipping 3 wide, that is Last Bet. In between horses is Mancino with Party's Jet. Top of the stretch on the outside, it is Trey Rock. They went 3/4 in a good 1:32-1. It's Trey Rock outside, RJP inside, 4 wide out in the center of the racetrack there trying to close ground. We have Mancino and Last Bet. It's going to be close at the wire. Trey Rock did it. Trey Rock a parked mile and gets the job done. Looked like a photo for place between RJP and Mancino. 2:05-4. Very exciting finale, as it should be. A very fitting tribute in the Paul Harris Memorial.
So it was Trey Rock getting up at the wire to nip RJP. I had RJP second, Mancino finishing third, but a great effort by Trey Rock, who, just battled up the backstretch, grinding away, and finally was able to get up and nudge ahead and hang on to defeat RJP to win here with Eric Miller in the bike.
Yeah, huge effort by Trey Rock. I'm sure as owner, it's not the trip you wanted for this horse, because horse did try to get the racetrack, but the one would not let that happen. So right in front of the grandstands, young Eric Miller did very smart. He just kind of kept the bit in the horse's mouth, sat on the outside, bided his time, did get up in the stretch. Very popular, 3 to 5, but if you did have that 3 to 5 price, you sweat for a good 2 minutes and 3 seconds there. But at the wire, the two, Trey Rock, shows a little bit of her class there and does indeed get up.
Second win of the year for Trey Rock. Lifetime earnings of over $123,000. Wins the Paul Harris Memorial. Race in the memory of Paul Harris. And you can see a lot of the family and friends of Paul Harris out in the winner's circle as they will get their picture taken. Here comes your winner, Eric Miller, along with Trey Rock. Corey Dayerman trains.
The winner's circle, your as yet unofficial winner of race number 12. It's the 2, Trey Rock. Trey Rock is a 4-year-old daughter of Pet Rock out of the Towner's big guy mare, Trey Cress. Trained and co-owned by Corey Dayerman of Dorset, Ohio, with David Kapp of Youngstown. Driven to victory here by Eric Miller. Very game mile, parked the whole way. Got the job done in 2:05-4. And of course, greeting Trey Rock in the winner's circle, friends and family of the late Paul Harris. Of course, longtime Fair Board Director and Fair Secretary here at the Great Geauga County Fair that we tragically lost earlier this season. Again, our condolences. Just a great guy that I had the pleasure of working with some myself from Northfield to the fair here. And again, he'll be sorely missed. The Paul Harris Memorial here, race 12.
So the winner's circle picture for the winner, Trey Rock. Eric Miller picks up the drive for trainer Corey Dayerman. And they will take one more picture with the blanket with all of the family and friends there.
216 your official order of finish in race number 12. Anyone that has any winning tickets or scratches, I would cash those as soon as you can here. Again, if you have winning tickets from today's fair races, go ahead and get to those windows before they close them down. Time to cash is right now.
So there you go. Well, that wraps up our card here at the Burton County, at Burton, the Geauga County Fair. But we're not done. We have bonus coverage for you tonight. We have one more race that we're going to bring you, the Amish race. We will have 6 horses will go to the gate.
Amish buggy race going to be on the track here.
And here they are. They are on the track, and I'm sure they're going to go around. They'll post parade one time and then go immediately to the gate. It has been in the past 1 lap, a dash for the cash, and have to see if that's what we're going to have again or if they are going the full mile. Somebody earlier told me they may be going the mile, so we'll have to wait and see. But 4 of the horses are out on the track now. It looks like all 6 are now out.
Look at the massive Amish contingent down along the rail.
Oh, yeah.
Steve will give you a little bit of a thing there. You can tell this is definitely a event for the area where we've got pretty much Amish folks lining the tarmac along the rail from top to bottom. These are obviously friends, family members, people in their community that are racing, and a lot of pride and a lot of fun goes into this. And they're giving $1,000 away for this. So, like,
$1,000 up for grabs. The only wagering is right down there by the fence. Not sanctioned by the Ohio State Racing.
That's what Dave Bianconi said. The only wagering is right down on the fence. That's where everybody is going to be, as they are going to be cheering their friends and family members on as we get set to go. The field, the number 1 is JJ's Rockin'. Marlon Miller will drive, a time of 2:11.5. The number 2, Beacon Sealster. Henry Miller will be in the bike, 2:09.34. The number 3, Racing for Aber. Jacob Miller, 2:10 and a tenth. The number 4, so they will go a full mile. So Tyler Albert is the number 4. Myron Weaver will drive 2:12.1. The number 5, Alvin the Monkey. Stephen Mullet will drive 2:13.28. And the number 6, Gamebred. Seth Miller will drive 2:11 flat. Those are their times. They have made their way to the back stretch. They are turning the Northfield Park starting gate for one last lap around. The Geauga County Fairgrounds track will send them off, and they will go the full mile. So we will see.
and I can say from past experience, if you want to see racing action, you're not going to see a lineup race here. You're going to see horses all over the track making various moves at various different opportunities. These young men are cowboys, and they're going to have some fun in their 2-minute endeavor here.
So they are lining up behind the Northfield Park starting gate, and we will be ready to go.
All right, they're ready to roll in.
Let's send it up to Dave Bianconi for the call of the great Geauga County Fair Amish race.
Miller, 2 Beacon Sealser, Henry Miller, 3 Racing for Aber, Jacob Miller, 4 Tyler Albert with Myron Weaver, 5 Alvin the Monkey, Steve Mullet, and 6 Gamebred Seth Miller. 7 the alternate, unfortunately, and James Byler did not make the field here. And they're off. Off stride is JJ's Rockin'. For the early lead, it is Beacon Sealser and Henry Miller. They grab the early advantage. Racing for Aber is challenging on the outside in second. Back pacing now third is JJ's Rockin'. Gap of about 5 then back to Tyler Albert. Following that one, you'll find Alvin the Monkey in the trailer, and the early going is Gamebred. But we have quite a battle on the lead, a ding-dong battle as they head towards the quarter. On the inside, that is Beacon Sealster. with on the outside racing for Aber, Henry and Jacob Miller going at it toe-to-toe here in a quick 32-second flat opening panel. Beacon Sealster has won the early war here for Henry Miller, as racing for Aber and Jacob Miller are going to drop in second. Passing the grandstand again, it is Beacon Sealster on the point. Racing for Aber is 2 lengths back in second. Gap of a bit to JJ's Rock in third. Now moving up from fourth, there goes Tyler Albert and Myron Weaver catching their best stride. They went the half in 1:03.1. But they are still all chasing Beacon Sealster and Henry Miller, trying for greatness here at the Geauga County Fair. Out of the pocket and ready to battle again is racing for Aber. Closing in is Tyler Albert and Myron Weaver. We're pretty much down to these three as they hit the 3/4 mile mark into the darkness. It's Beacon Sealster and Henry Miller trying to see it through. Up into second now on the outside is Tyler Albert, with Myron Weaver dropping back a bit in third is racing for Aber. They went 3/4 in 1:36.4, and it's still Beacon Sealster. But here comes Tyler Albert. Beacon Sealster is trying to hang on, and Tyler Albert and Myron Weaver might have one final surge, but Beacon Sealster and Henry Miller are too strong. Henry Miller gets the job done with Beacon Sealster over Tyler Albert and Myron Weaver, with racing for Aber and Jacob Miller. JJ's Rocket and Marlon Miller was fourth. Fifth is Gamebred and Seth Miller. And last, Alvin the Monkey and Steve Mullet. But good effort by all as they went a nice mile in there, 2:09 flat in the Amish race 2024 here at the Great Geauga County Fair.
2:09 flat for your winner, Beacon Sealster and Henry Miller. And Don, you called it. They just went at it. They were going as much as they could. They challenged them early. They went after them early, but hanging on all the way around was Beacon Sealster.
I'm not even sure if Beacon Sealster has a flat tire, or maybe that's just a substandard sulky, but that thing rattled the whole way around there, and that tire was a little flapping. But great job by Henry Miller. He might want to start talking to some people in this industry about potentially being a fair driver, because he did a great job today. Confidently driven, and that's a nice snappy mile too, 2:09. If those are lifetime marks in the program, then he set a lifetime mark
one
today.
Yep. So, well, that'll do it for us from the Geauga County Fair here in Burton. Make sure you join us tomorrow. I'll be back with Don Tiger for racing from Canfield in the Mahoning County Fair tomorrow, post time 11 o'clock. We'll see you then, Don. Thanks to Steve Ulrich working the camera. So for Steve, Don, I'm Frank Frost saying so long from the Geauga County Fair in Burton. We hope you have a pleasant rest of your Friday night. Goodbye.
This has been Ohio County Fair Racing. Ohio County Fair Racing has been presented by Midland Acres, thestable.ca, Dublin Valley Farms, Big D Tack and Vet Supply, and the Ohio State Veterinary Medical Center. Ohio County Fair Racing is a presentation of the Ohio Harness Horsemen's Association.